the future is tainted. Blood inside of my hands, that's all that it came with. I can point out the enemy, see they distinguish. What if we burn them all, it's nothing extinguished. Revolutionary thoughts is speaking my language. The only flaw that I have is fueled by my anger. I got my people on my back, it feels like an anchor. Separation kill us all, we act like we strangers. Come together, heal us all, prevent us from danger. The enemy dangerous.
It's been a while since I heard your voice. Is that an accident or is that a choice? My heart says one thing, but my brain another. They've been talking in my ears, singing on my shoulders now. I swear I can see the look in your eyes, like you've got something that you gotta disguise. I don't know what's a lie or what's a clear sign. Always running around my mind just to know if you're mine now. Do you love me like you say you do? Or is it really all the same to you? Cause I know you've been lonely too, and I always could come through. Is there something that I gotta do just to get it all through to you? Cause I'll take the world and make it new, just to know that you love me. Spinning around my head while I'm laying in my bed, with a deep internal dread, yeah, it started in a spread. Cause she left me all red and the river bled red. Was it something that I said, was it pulling at a thread? Before it gets fed over what gets unsaid, I don't wanna pretend that I don't know dead end. Cause my heart it hungers and it beats like thunder. I don't wanna be a bummer, but I can't help but wonder, no. Do you love me like you say you do? Or is it really all the same to you? Cause I know you've been
If you're with us on YouTube and Twitch, hello. Make sure you submit your music if you have not already. I'm just letting everybody in the Discord know that we are live right now. Listening to your music, giving feedback as a community. We're also going to be giving away a cash prize, just like we did last week, to the best song that we hear on stream tonight. Stoney Jackson, welcome into the chat. Spaceboy, you know what's up. If you're with us on if you're with us on TikTok, double tap that screen a bunch of times. Tell your friends about us. We're really here to support independent emerging artists. We're not asking for anything in return, but if you do want to guarantee you get played on stream today, we do have a paid skip queue. It's really up to you whether you join that or not. If you don't, we're going to try and get through as many free skips as possible throughout the stream. We're going to give the community a few minutes to get in here just because I've just notified everybody in our channels that we're live right now. So hopefully that'll bring some of our community members in here and we get started. But in the meantime, take a listen to the songs we found on live stream, which are all songs that we found here on the stream. I update this every single stream that we do, so there's a lot of songs in here from community members. And we'll be adding your songs to this playlist too. If we have something that we like, this is where it goes. All right, so if you have something on Spotify, submit it. We'll playlist you. We'll follow you on Instagram and socials, and we'll try and support you where we can. But if you're in the community, man, tell your friends about us. Tell the artists you're in chats with about us. We are going to be giving away another cash prize today before the end of the stream. We have about 3 in the paid skip so far. Every 5 paid skips, we do a free skip at random from the submissions. So submit your music for free, even if you aren't doing a paid skip. Though I will say, if you want to guarantee you get played on stream today, the best thing you can do is do one of our paid skips, because it will guarantee you get played on stream. If you're with us on TikTok, if you don't mind just letting me know if the chat, if the settings are all fucked up. It's like, look, it's a little laggy on my end, but like, I'm not sure how that looks for you guys. You can submit multiple songs. It's up to you how many you submit. But we'll get it started here shortly. Just give it a few more minutes. But yeah, you can submit multiple songs. You can submit your friends' songs, whatever you want. It's totally up to you what you send our way. We're kind of open to listening to and looking at whatever you want to send. If you're with us on YouTube or Twitch, you'll be able to see music videos. If you're not with us on YouTube or Twitch, if you're with us on TikTok, you won't be able to see music videos on screen, but you'll still be able to hear the song and give your feedback in the chat. And if you are in here right now, let us know what you've been up to. How's your week been so far? I've been in an extremely busy week, but it's been a lot of fun. We're getting close to the Premier League coming back, which I'm also really happy about as well. So let us know what you've been up to in the chat. We'll get started here soon. Femi, what's good, my boy? We're live on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok right now if you want to submit some music. We're going to be live for the next 2 hours, and we're giving away a cash prize today. Let's go. Luke, send it in, man. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. Right now, we are listening to Mo Money by Junior and Sola, which, funnily enough, is your client right now that we're listening to. So, I'd love to hear that. We always run these songs back at the beginning of the stream, man. I love hearing some of the stuff that we've listened to in the past and coming back to them. So submit your music if you haven't. We'll get started here shortly. Solvine, what's going on? Freitas, welcome to the chat. Hope you guys are doing well, having a good start to, well, end to the week. A good start to the weekend. We'll get started here shortly. We're just going to give the community a couple more minutes to get in. Danny is alive. What's up? Welcome to the chat. This one's growing on me the more and more I listen to it as well. More money. More money, more money. Hey, hey, hey. Yo. See, we got a couple more in the chat over here on Twitch. If you're with us in the chat, say what's up. Let us know what you've been working on this so far this week. If you want to submit your music, it is still open. You can't guarantee your music getting played on stream today, too. If you want to join our paid skip queue, that is entirely up to you. It is not a must by any means. We're going to hop into your song shortly. I'll give you guys a quick intro on who I am, what I do, what we do here every single Monday and Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. But just know, if you are submitting music, we are going to be giving away some money again today. At the end of the stream, we're going to pick our favorite song. I'm going to pick my favorite song. And we'll spin the wheel. And we'll be giving away anywhere from $25 to $1,000 in a cash prize today to one artist from our community. So if you are in here, submit your music. Get ahead of it. You know, you might win some money. I don't know why you wouldn't do it. You might win some money. If you're with us in the chat, it's good. Welcome in, welcome in. We got the camera on now on Twitch and YouTube. If you're with us on Instagram, definitely come through to Twitch, YouTube, or TikTok. Historically, the viewing experience is better on those platforms. For anybody who is on TikTok, please let me know if it's lagging or anything, because I'm just genuinely not sure if it's all crazy looking. There's definitely a chance that it is, and I don't really know what to do about that. So I'm hoping it works. I'm hoping it's optimized and not being all laggy or anything like that, but it's definitely possible that it's being extremely laggy. So if you're in there, let me know. It'd be great to know if it's fucked up or not. Okay, I wanted it. We're gonna get started here shortly, guys, but make sure you get your submissions in if you haven't already. I'm gonna give this one more nudge in our Discord before we get started, and I will explain who I am, what I do, and all this kind of stuff too in the chat. In 1 second, Logan, thank you for getting in there and showing us some love on TikTok, man. I appreciate it. I know you're in a couple platforms right now, so it's good to see. If you are in the chat and you haven't submitted yet, just make sure you hit !submit. That's going to pull up the submission form for you guys to submit via Nero, which is where we take all of our submissions. We've got about 29 in the queue right now, 5 in the paid skip queue. Usually what we do is we go through 5 paid skips at a time, then we'll do a free skip at random from the submission form. So submit your music anyway. If you are submitting music and you get played, you are eligible to win a cash prize. It doesn't just have to be something that is a paid skip. It might be. It might not be. It really depends on what I like the most. We are going to go through all of the submissions that we can get through first before we make a decision on who's going to win the prize. I've learned the hard way that pulling the trigger a little too early can leave me regretting not waiting a little bit longer to find something that maybe I really loved further in the stream. So we'll give it a little bit more time today to get through more songs before we actually give the prize away. Last week, we did it at the end of the stream. F and Nikki, what's up? If you want to come join us on Twitch or YouTube and you are not on those platforms, or if you're on TikTok and you're fine on TikTok, you can watch us there. We're happy to do it. If you're on TikTok, just hit the like button, share this live, get some more people on here. If you're on Twitch and YouTube, we have a little bit more interactivity in the chat. So if you want to submit, you can hit !submit at any point. That'll pull up the Nero form for you to submit in. You can also hit !skip, and that's going to explain how you can join the skip queue if you want to. We do have a pretty cheap paid skip queue, in all honesty. It's just there because people ask for it. I don't really care so much about that myself, but it's there for you guys if you want to use it. It will guarantee you get played on stream today, and if you are played on stream, you are automatically entered to win a potential cash prize in the stream. We'll be giving away some random amount of money. I'm going to hit this button next to me, the Artist Fund, and it's going to give away anything from $25 all the way up to $1,000 to our favorite song of the night. So we're going to go through all of them. We'll be giving feedback as we go. If you're in the chat, let us know what you think of the songs as well. You can still drop in the release calendar, bro. Feel free to add to it. Landon, this is submission this week. Make sure, if that's for the New Music Friday playlist, put it in my release calendar. If it's for stream, just go to nero.fan /KayvanMD and submit there so I can pull it up on stream as well, okay? For anybody in the chat who's just joining us for the first time, I'm gonna hop into it because, you know, we got some things some songs we want to get into. I want to make sure you guys can see what this looks like. But for anybody who's joining us for the first time, my name is Kayvan. I am the Senior Director of Artist Relations over at Even. You can submit it. I'd maybe submit it to some of the other playlists instead, seeing as it's already out. That's usually what I default to for anything that's released. So for anybody who does know who I am, my name is Kayvan. I've been doing this for the last 4 or 5 years now. I've spent 9 years working at Genius prior to my current role at Even. For those of you who don't know what Even is, here's a quick look at it. We are a direct-to-fan infrastructure and marketplace for artists to be able to monetize and sell their music directly to fans, while also collecting and owning their fan data. We have a CRM tool where you'll be able to email and SMS blast any of those fans for free as well. There's no charges to sign up, no charges to use the platform. We're on a strict rev share basis. So we earn when the artists earn. We all have all kinds of things on the platform. You know what I mean? We have Baby Rasta and Gringo selling their new early access to their single right now. PFG's album, which is produced by J. Cole, available for sale. Clovis Lane film by Hayes, which just actually dropped this week, and it's a full film. It's like a 20-minute music film. It's really cool. We've got people selling vlogs to the day in their life. We've got artists doing physicals. We've got artists doing meet and greets. We've got artists doing all kinds of things. So if you're an artist, you're looking for another way to just kind of drive revenue towards your releases, while at the same time being able to figure out who your audience is, who your artists, who your fans are, how you talk to them, how you interact with them. This is a great way to do it, and I love what I do on the day-to-day. But prior to that, like I said, I was over at Genius. I ran the distro company, Genius Distro. So I was signing artists, doing DSP pitching, curator pitching. I've been managing artists for over 12 years at this point. And so I've learned a lot of things about a lot of different areas of this. I did a lot of verified interviews, content strategy, branded content, live events. So if you have any questions about anything music industry related, feel free to ask them in the chat. I'm always happy to share what I've learned and hopefully help you guys figure out what you need to do or how you can grow. But the main part about what we do here is listening to music, giving feedback as a community, doing it in a respectful and constructive way. So if you have something you want to say about the music, just take a second and think about how you would want to be talked to. I know it's like the age-old treat people how you want to be treated shit, but truthfully, that's how we treat this whole streaming community, is creating a space where you guys can really talk to each other, learn, ask questions, be community, collaborate, whatever it is as well. Femi said, I need a manager. I'm about to sign to YSL. Well, that's exciting for you. I might know some people. Let me think about that, bro. There might be some people that I think it'd be worth you tapping in with. Again, it's going to come down to them being a fan. I would never tell you to sign with somebody who wasn't a fan of music first and foremost, but there might be some people that might be a good fit for you that are in my network. So let me think about that, bro. That's good to know. If you're a manager in the chat, you fuck with Femi, we're going to listen to him in a minute. Maybe you want to hit him up as well. I definitely fuck with him. We're fellow Arsenal fans, and we're in a group chat together, which I thoroughly enjoy. Cherry Beats, what's up? Welcome back to the chat, man. All right, let's get into some songs. I want to make sure that we can get through all the music. Like I said, we'll be giving away a cash prize at some point throughout the stream. Realistically, it'll be at the end of the stream because I just like to do it once we've gotten through all of the songs. But for anybody who's in the chat, please let us know what you think of the songs. It really is important that you let us know, what your feedback is for these artists. The goal is really to help artists develop and grow more than anything. Can you make your little volume down because music and your voice mix sometimes? The music volume? Yes, I can turn it down. You guys are going to have to keep me honest on the volume levels and shit. Sometimes it's hard for me to know because, my volume levels in my headphones are different than the ones that are coming out through the faders. So just let me know if at any point the volume feels crazy to you, just tell me and I'll turn things down as needed. Anyway, let's get into some songs so you guys can see it. Like I said, there's only one rule: be respectful of each other as we're listening to music and giving feedback. That is literally it. I don't have any other rules. Be funny, talk to each other, follow the artist. I'll be pulling up socials. If you want to submit your music, it's free to submit music. Just go to !submit. If you're on TikTok, it's nero.fan /KayvanMD. Boom. That's it. All right. Any questions? No? Good. Shea Butter Skin to start. Slendo. Appreciate you showing love to Summertime Vibes 2 earlier this week. This one's off the same project, but a slightly different vibe. Still something I think you would stream. Think you and the stream will be able to appreciate. If you like what you hear, check out the full project. All right, let's get into it, man. I'm excited. I've had such a long week. I've been playing Pal World, and I actually can't stop. Do I listen to Rocktronic? I listen to everything. There's literally not a genre I don't listen to. We do index maybe higher on the hip-hop scale because that's what I've worked in predominantly, but man, I've managed 2 indie pop artists right now. I love all genres. I just love music, period. All right, let us know what you think in the chat, guys. I'm going to save this one too, honestly. That's fine. Whatever you want to do. Brain Dead Emily, what's up? Welcome to the chat. Dolo Slendo on Instagram if you want to go follow. Truthfully, I couldn't say that I am, because I'm already pretty spread thin in my new job. And I'm just the type of person who doesn't like to overcommit to doing something and then not being able to deliver on it. So right now, no, I'm not looking to manage more artists. Maybe one day, we'll see what happens. But at the moment, I'm really focused on the direct-to-consumer stuff and then the roster that I already kind of have. Bjarki, welcome back, man. I like this. Look, I said this about Slendo the other day. I think his vocal delivery is really on point. It's good beat choices. Huh? You shouldn't be getting any ads if you're a subscriber. If you are, that's weird. Let me get in there and change that. Maybe, Bjarki. Maybe. Z for Prez, what's up? Woo. Not Asiko, thank you for the follow. Ash Ross, welcome to the chat. So far, we're on our first song of the night. So this is Dolo Slendo with Shea Butter Skin. If you want to follow, it's at Dolo Slendo on Instagram. I'm good, man. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're gifting subs. Asher Ross, thank you for the follow. Z for Press, thank you for the subs. I'm not gonna lie, this is a pretty catchy song, in all honesty. And I think I said this the other day too about Dolo Slendo's music. Like, we've listened to a couple of the songs from him. It feels like this sound is really like the one that's dialed in. You know what I'm saying? We got a little hype train going as well. I do like this, man. We saved this one in the playlist. I'm going to be keeping track, man. Dolo Slendo, like I said, I really feel like you've kind of, I feel like you've really found the right sound for yourself. Solvian, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't know if is anybody else having these issues with the sound being, like, clashing with each other? I just want to make sure it's, like, an actual issue. I'll also, like, I'm going to be real. Like, I'm going to talk really loudly sometimes. I'm also going to mumble and be really quiet sometimes. It's just like that. Can I send some of my boys' music if you passed him made at 20 years old? Yes. Please send some in. You gifted subs, so let me know what his artist name is as well, and we'll put it in the paid skip queue just because. I appreciate you doing that. You didn't have to do all that. If some things go as plays, I got some crazy things coming up. That's beautiful. All right, we're good on YouTube. All right, man. I don't know what to tell you. I'm going to try and talk louder. If you want to submit, just make sure you go to that link right there in the chat, Z for Prez, and you can submit that for free. But just when you have, let me know the artist name, and I'll go find it myself and make sure we put it in the queue. Again, I appreciate you doing the sub gifting. What does this sub give you? Well, you get ad-free viewing, which is one of the things. You also get a bunch of, like, custom emotes and things like that as well. So it's really up to you. Like, you kind of get a couple different things, but it's really the ad-free viewing. We used to run, instead of doing paid skips, we used to do, like, if you subscribe, you get a skip. It's more expensive, which is why I switched over to Nero, so I could bring the price down of the paid skips and just make it a little bit more affordable for everybody. So now we're at a $5 paid skip instead of, like, I want to say, like, $11 or $14 it is on Twitch. But you get ad-free viewing, so that's the big thing. Also, we have a subscribers-only channel on the Discord server, which no one ever seems to use, but it is there. So you can get in there if you want to ask me questions. I'm usually in there. I'm always happy to answer questions in there as well. But that is something that you get access to as well. So up to you. All right, Z for Prez, let me know the artist name when you get a chance. Next song, Dumb God, Almighty Apex. Apex, let us know what you think in the chat. We're going to keep things moving so you guys can see what it's going like right now. So we're going to try and get through as many songs as possible. Brokesy? All right, I got you. I'm going to go find it really quickly, okay? Guys, let us know what you think of these songs as we're listening to them. All right, P. Cliff. I know I said you could submit as many songs as you want, but that's like 10 songs, bro. I don't know how to say your name, but thank you for the follow from TikTok. I don't see this one from from the artist you were talking about yet. As soon as I do, I got you though, okay? If you with us on TikTok, go to nero.fan /KayvanMD to submit for free. We are giving away cash prize today. Hey. Queue is changing because of the paid skips right now, but we'll try and get through as many free ones as possible throughout the stream. 3 more paid skips, we'll do a free one at random. Ruben, what's good? Welcome back. You did? I didn't see a text from you. My bad. All right, Brooksy, you're in the paid skip queue as well. Wait, this one's really tough, bro. Hey. Bro, I'm dead. Don't worry. I do that shit all the time. Wait, I really like this song. Vocal could maybe be a touch louder if I was going to be super, super picky. But I think it knocks so much. I'm kind of not that mad at it. There's a part of me that likes where the vocals sit right now. I really like the way that the instrumental's hitting. This one's actually a really, really fun one to listen to, man. I'll read the note when we get to it for sure. Roughly how many? As many as I can get through. I can't tell you how many it's gonna be. I'll do my best to get through as many as possible. Almighty_Apex_ on Instagram if you liked that one. What I will say is usually we get through anywhere from 25 to 35 songs. It's just dependent on 1, how many questions people ask. 2, how off topic I get when I'm talking, because I'm a little ADHD and I can tend to get like super off topic and talk about things that have nothing to do with what we're talking about here, especially if somebody says something in the chat that throws me off and takes me in a completely different track altogether. But look, we'll do 5 paid skips at a time. We'll do 1 free skip at random every 5 paid skips. And then we'll try and do a free skip section further on towards the end of the stream as well. We'll give away the cash prize at the end of the stream, probably in the last couple of minutes once we've listened to all the songs, taking everything into account. I will be keeping track of songs that I'm kind of keeping in mind for that too, which I'm actually going to go back and save this Apex song as one of the ones that I want to keep in mind. Stoney Jackson, K Sarah up next. New song dropping August 3rd. Let us know what you think in the chat. And I appreciate you guys being patient with me too, man. My ADHD brain sometimes is hard for me to focus. I do my best. But been on my shit back when 2 Chain with Titty. J November, welcome back, bro. How are you? I was working my juice like a simple. Told them hoes that ain't know me, it's in me. This one is a little bit quieter than the other 2 we've listened to so far today. One of the things that I would call out that you guys will hear me say a lot in stream is just sometimes when there's too much reverb delay and these vocals bleed into each other, it gets a little bit messy. That's one of the things that I kind of hear. It's not super present in the mix. It's a little bit further back, but it's definitely happening. J November, I've been good, bro. I really can't complain. I started a new job over at Even. Been there for about 3 months. I'm working across projects of all sizes, artists of all sizes. Feels very fulfilling. I'm happy about what I do. We've been giving away some money on stream, which has been a lot of fun too. Everything's good, man. How are you? Overall, this song's a vibe. And let us know what you think in the chat too. The biggest thing for me on this is the reverb delay on the vocal, right? That's really it. I would love to hear some more ad-libs, I think, inside of the verses. Again, just to add a little bit more weight to the vocal. Babylon Boris, what's up? Welcome to the chat. Osa's music, what's up? Love this little cadence right here in the delivery, though. Zen, what's going on? We listen to all genres. I work across all genres, to be honest. Great tune, calm vibe, says Bloody Kiddo. Chocolate Drop, what's up? Big Low, what's up?
I don't know what to tell you, but move. They be telling me life is a bitch.
It is a vibe.
Up with a groove. Ooh, do it again. Got my first bag and I do it again.
Mix for me is probably the thing that still needs a little bit of work. I think that's maybe the... Not necessarily me supporting it and not supporting it. I think I'd probably playlist this anyway, the way that it's sounding right now. It's definitely the difference maker between whether or not it goes into the running for that final cash prize at the end of the stream or not. It's maybe the thing that decides where this goes in the playlist. It might not be higher up in the new release playlist. It might be a little bit further down. But I really like the overall vibe of the song. I really like the feeling of it. I think the writing's really good. You get into some really nice pockets vocally, melodically, rhythmically. Mix for me could be a little bit better. Z for Prez, yeah, honestly, I'm gonna be picking the artist, so I'll opt it out. Like, I won't put it in there. Unless it's like a thing where, like, if the song is so good and we just give it to you, maybe you can just give it to his family. I wouldn't be opposed to that either. You know what I mean? It's kind of up to you. Like, let's listen to the song first before I say it. DevMac was good. Stickback says, look, he reminds me of the first time I heard Isaiah Rashad. I don't know, but there's some type of nostalgia in the song. It's definitely in that world. You know what I mean? And I think, like, for me, I'm a big Zay fan. I love this sound overall in hip-hop. I think it's probably where I maybe find myself living the most as I'm listening to it, and maybe where I find myself coming back to the most just as a sound overall. Even for me, like, as a writer, it's probably where it's where I live, and beat choices as well. I love it. So on that front, I really liked it. I think you did a great job vocally on the track. Mix-wise, there's a little bit of just overlap in that delay. Shit is just kind of like overlapping a little bit. It causes it to be slightly messy, and I think that's maybe one of the things that I do here. Broksy's at number 7, so we have like 2 more. We'll do a free skip, so maybe like 8 songs from now. And then I do wish there had been a little bit more ad-lib in the verses, again, just to beef up and kind of double up on the vocals. You'll hear me say this a lot. I think we're at a point in music, especially hip-hop, where one vocal track alone is not necessarily enough to really fill up the space inside of a production. This is definitely like a very, like, not philosophical, but just like, it's something I think about a lot, and it's something that I already stand on, is that I don't think that one vocal track is enough really in any song, in any production. And I think you'll kind of hear that, especially if you're listening to like commercial music, right? It's rare that you'll only hear one solo vocal throughout. It's not impossible, but there is something about it that feels a little empty when there isn't those little kind of like moments happening around the lead vocal to fill up the space in the production. So, I mean, those are the things that really stand out to me. I like the song a lot. I like the direction. I think it's just like, you know, polishing off some of those little moments right there in the song and in the mix. I think you'll be in a really good spot. Stony Jackson, STNYJCKSN on Instagram. Make sure you go follow if you were rocking with that one. We're going to keep moving forward because people want me to get through all these songs. I'm going to do my best, all right? We got another one from Apex up next. Know It All. Apex's first song tonight is with the only one in the running for this prize so far that I've heard. So let me know what you think in the chat. We want to know what you think of these songs as well. Even if it's a compliment, it doesn't just have to be feedback. Just tell us if you fuck with the song. You know what I mean? I don't know about you guys, but I love to hear it when someone thinks I'm doing a good job. So feel free to tell others if you think they're doing a good job. I think on this one, vocal definitely needs to be louder. I maybe hear it less on the other one we listened to, but on this one specifically, it does feel like that kick drum overpowers just a little bit more. I like the song. Again, it's a good beat choice. But if I had to give constructive criticism, which is really what I'm here for, I'd say make sure that vocal is the star of the show in the overall mix, not necessarily the production, which right now maybe overpowers ever so slightly. Hey.
Yeah, I know it ain't all love. How niggas saying, I'm praying you show your hand. We depths never reaching the fam.
Suppose you were to suggest a label for the release, which would you propose? Would it be your own, or you could suggest as what would you choose? Solving it, that's a very broad question. How do you mean? Hey. I think I wish there was maybe like a sung vocal on the on this chorus.
My body is steady but hollowed in. I'm an artist when I pay any sins. They getting heavy as shit, but people watching. Hoping I lose it all. I'm flexing throughout the summer.
You know what I mean? Just something melodic to add on top of this lead vocal outside of the vocal sample as well. It's really good. I enjoy it. Flow and confidence is definitely there. I think the vocal tone's really good too. What's up, JJ? What's up, Monjo? What's up, DJ Doll Menu? Maybe a little more variation in delivery rhythmically. Maybe that's it.
I guess I know it all.
Just a little more variation. I think because the vocal sample is a little repetitive throughout, that melody can feel a little old the further you get into the song. I think that's maybe the only real like big feedback I have for you is like I do like the direction of this. I think mix wise, yes, I'd like to hear the lead vocal kind of cut through a little bit more than it does. First join didn't, only because of the mix thing. The stuff that I was talking about. Though we played it a second ago, and there was a lot of positive feedback. I think it's just like if I'm getting really, really picky about certain things, especially the reverb delay and the way that the vocal kind of bleeds into each other, it gets a little bit like that. Give me my props and do it properly on here, bro. What are you talking about here? What? Huh? No. I like everything about what we just listened to. I think it's just like I'm gonna be picky. I listen to a lot of hip hop. You know what I mean? So there's certain things that will stand out to me, and even with this, I'm playlisting it without a doubt. But I think like, oh, okay. Yeah. All right. The writing is good. We're celebrating the writing here, which is great. But yeah, like I think for me on the Sony one, it's the reverb, it's the delay in the background. Things get a little messy in some of those frequencies there. Keep an eye out for that, which I said. In this one, similar thing. Vocal sample gets a little repetitive, so a little bit more variation, I think, in that, whether it's chops, things like that. And then also at the same time, I would say the other thing that I already hear about this one is the beat feels a little bit overpowering at times, especially the kick over the vocal. So just to recap. Oh, man. Jesus Christ. Sorry for misunderstanding. I see it's the first time here. You have your own label. I do not have my own label. I ran a distro company for like 3.5 years where I was signing things and putting things out. I now actually work for a direct to consumer infrastructure called Even, where you can actually monetize on your music releases, behind the scenes content, like whatever it is. I did show it at the beginning of the stream, but if you want to check it out, go to even.biz. Go check us out on socials. Go look us up on the internet. But it is a way for you to sell your music directly to fans and other content that you're making, you know, whether it's like literally whatever incentive you want to give fans to actually buy the music from you, you can do that as well. You absolutely, bro. You are absolutely completely welcome. This is what I do this for. And then yeah, we are just on a rev share, so it's like you don't have to subscribe. We have CRM tools where you can actually send email and SMS blasts, unlimited ones, to your fan base as well. So there's a lot of cool tools that are available there. Best way to promote for smaller artists right now, I mean, social is going to be a big way to do it, but I think thinking about your social media content strategy and not just throwing content at the wall without having a strategy of how you connect to people is probably what I would suggest. Doing things like targeted ad spends on content pieces that you're running to bring in new followers and acquire new customers, I think is a great place to start as well. What else, man? Promoting, I mean, you could do content spends and kind of pay curators to share your music on their platforms. That's more of a gamble than anything, so I don't love suggesting it. But at the same time, I've seen it work for people. So if you have the budget available to spend, it's never a bad way to do it. But in all honesty, I really focus on how you build your audience first and foremost, right? Shows. I agree. Even if there's one person there, shows will never die. I do agree with that. They are expensive sometimes. There is a lot of places that will require you to sell tickets to perform, which I don't love that either. But I mean, throw house shows, throw parties, just literally throw events. You know what I mean? Find a place where you can do it. Do it wherever you can. I think at the end of the day, it's like, you know, even if it's like fucking live recordings of you that go on socials and on YouTube and you're running ads behind it to get more views, to get more like eyes on you. I think there's ways to kind of build that side of the business, but at its core, and I'm mostly focused on this now because I'm in this direct fan space, make sure you are collecting your audience data, whether that is through mailing lists and you're having people sign up or anything like that. Again, our CRM tool on Even, I think, is a really powerful way for you to get started, and it's free to sign up, so I don't know why you wouldn't use it. It's free to use, another thing. But for me, that is kind of the name of the game right now, is like social media is failing, I think, everyone, especially in the music space. It's making it harder to reach your audience and all those kinds of things. Yeah, don't pay curators without doing your research until after you already have some motion. I also would agree with that. It's going to be relative, the impact that you see on it. You might get a lot of views. It doesn't necessarily translate to streams. It doesn't necessarily translate to followers either. But any of the, look, there's a million things you can do. There's a million things that do work. There's a million things that work for some people but don't work for others. Submit Hub, I do not love. I will say, even with Submit Hub, like, you have to be really, really careful about what platforms you're submitting to there. I will only submit to a platform on Submit Hub that I know has a real person behind it. Because if it's those bot playlists, or if it's like those random like label playlists, like every time I see those on someone streaming, it's an immediate red flag for me of like, yo, this person is paying for bot streams, and they don't even know they're doing it. And there's a lot of people out there that will take advantage of artists saying, we'll get you X amount of streams, blah, 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 blah. I don't like Groover for playlisting either for a similar reason. One, I don't like the whole concept of submitting or paying money to submit music to me is not something I'm in favor of or something that I'm already a fan of. So just in my personal opinion, no, I don't like to do it unless there is a very specific platform that I'm trying to get my music to that only takes them that way. And I will only do that for certain songs if I know it's the right fit and know it's the right genre. But generally, I try to avoid doing Groover or Submit Hub. And I will just DM the shit out of people and ask them what their submission queues are like and how they take submissions, etc. I feel like that person-to-person connection is a little bit better overall. Z for Prez, yes, we will give mixing feedback 100%. Don't worry, we always give feedback on the songs. Luke, thank you for calling that out on the submission side. Fans can tell you where you're getting the paid promo. This is also true. Like, what the fuck does an artist with 2 songs end up on a major platform? We can all tell. I agree. Sometimes it does help, though. I'm not going to say that it doesn't. I've definitely seen it make a difference and help somebody build, like, a big follow account just purely based on, like, the curation and whether or not people respect it. Like, there are places like Sleeping on Gems and, like, Connie's World and, like, some of those places where they do paid promo, but I think they also have a little bit more of an impact, mainly just because I think of the way that people within the industry look at them and maybe take their taste into account. That's not going to be the case with a lot. You know what I mean? In some places are just promo factories and they will take your money and you will not get shit from it. I'm not going to call any out by name because it's also just a part of the industry. And I think a lot of people, when they have the budget available, will do the thing where their music is everywhere so that it feels like fans need to be listening to it. Because that is another strategy if you have the budget to do it, where you can kind of flood the streets with the content, get it all over the place, and kind of trick the artists into, or trick the fans into being like, oh, yo, this shit is everywhere. I really got to be listening to this artist. And we see a lot of that in the industry today. Yeah, in case you do miss the feedback, it is free to watch on YouTube. There's no ads on YouTube either if you want to do ad-free viewing and don't want to subscribe on Twitch. And I also do upload all of the streams on YouTube afterwards. So you should go subscribe there anyway. But yeah, sorry. Let's get back into these songs. We got DJ Dollar Menu with Pop Peptides up next. Following for a long time. I usually have to work though when you're live. Well, welcome back. I appreciate it. Keep providing value. You are killing it. Look, that's all I try to do. So it does mean a lot. Peptides, DJ Dollar Menu. Let us know what you think in the chat.
You dig? Yeah. You dig? Bounce with me now. Bounce with me now.
Stick back. I appreciate it, man. It helps. There's a lot happening in the chat for me sometimes. So letting you guys being able to tell each other where to go does help me a lot. I do beats as well. I've been a producer for like 8 years, so I'm a classical musician, so I've done a little bit of everything. I've been an artist myself too.
She just on peptides. My bro fumbled the bag. I told him tighten up like neckties.
Wait a second.
Talking bookings without breaking up the check size. I'm at Miss Lily's catching wines. The DJ playing head side. That OF money gone. She back to doing last chart. 300 at the.
Bro's got that big X the plug voice, and I love it. DJ Dollar Menu on Instagram.
Slave masters in the money clip with a black card.
Wait, this is tough, bro. I see the sound fine guys are fucking with you too, so this needs a Zach Fox feature, says stick back. Let us know what you think in the chat, guys. You produce this as well? Wait, this is great. This is probably my favorite so far tonight. It's definitely going in the running for the cash prize. Luke says this is nasty. You know it would snap on a song.
I ain't choose the BBLs, they chose me cause I got the reach. I'm moving with some steppers, twisting fingers like
hey.
She not a bad bitch, she just on peptides. My bro
also a hilarious hook.
Tighten up like neckties. We ain't talking.
Stickback says I need to work with whoever made this beat.
I'm at Miss Lily's catching wines to DJ playing heads high.
Also, shout out Miss Lily's, man. Banging ass Jamaican food at Miss Lily's. DJ Dollar Menu on Instagram. Make sure you do a tap in.
I think my pockets racist, dead slave masters in a money clip with a black card.
Here's the producer social for anybody who was wondering too. CeeLo Ham, which Also a good name. I agree. Reminds me of Big X with his tone, but I think it's a much more fun. Like, I like Big X, but Big X is so serious. This is a much more tongue-in-cheek, like, fun song to listen to. Definitely went straight in the playlist. This is definitely going to be one that'll stay in rotation for me. J-Bars, if you want to drop a song that's coming out, put it in my release calendar. Hit the link in my bio. It's free for you to submit for that as well. I'll be listening to all those releases this weekend. When did this drop? 2026. What day? June 5th? Too late for the new music playlist, but yo, I really like this one a lot. This is absolutely saved in the favorites. I'm going to come back to this later on. There's a very strong chance this one might be the one that wins the cash prize, but we are going to do our first free skip of the night right now. Yo, great work. I actually really didn't have any feedback. I think it was done well. I think the vocal mix was really good. I loved the tone. Like, the tone for me is great. The writing, especially around the hook, very catchy, very enjoyable. She ain't a bad bitch. She's just on peptides. It's going to be stuck in my head. I might say this to people outside in the world. That's a quotable. We talk about this a lot with artists like Drake, but I think one of the things he did great, especially earlier on in his career, maybe less now, but definitely earlier on, was having these quotable moments that people use for captions and things like that on their social media posts. For me, that is one of those. Well, that's one of those lyrics. You know what I mean? Like, one of those ones people quote, they come back to, they use in their everyday language and their everyday conversation. So I like that a lot. First free skip of the night, Paris Amani, No Weapons. This is going to be tough now because I know I'm a fan of this artist. They did say this mix is terrible, though, in the notes, which is good to know. This mix is terrible, but I just started producing and thought it'd be cool to just put it out there and not overthink. All right, let's check it out. I have historically really liked this artist's music. I think this is maybe one of her first self-produced ones. But let's check it out. Let us know what you think in the chat. We always want to know what you think of these songs, guys. It's going to be very different. Oracle, what's up? Nate Taylor was good, my guy. See, I actually think the idea here is really cool. Aspects of the mix that could be cleaned up, I think. No, bro, you're good. You do not have to give me more money. Z for Prez. I do appreciate it, though. Bro, I'm dead. Please don't feel like you need to do more at all. You've already done enough. J November said I was not expecting that. Written by Dom. I don't have an answer for that because we're still figuring out our AI policy, but no, like, kind of, no. We don't really have a policy on it yet, to be honest with you. It's still an ongoing conversation. I mean, it's up to you, I guess. I don't have an answer for that. Sorry. All right, things I really love about this. I love the production. I love the way it moves. I love the sound design for the most part. There's aspects of the balance within the leveling in the mix, which I think need work, just again to accentuate some of those really nice moments. To me, the vocal is the standout. There's some sound choices I'm not crazy about or I feel like could be turned down a touch. This kind of like woo 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 sound feels a touch loud. I like the drums. I think there needs to be slightly more variation in the production from an arrangement standpoint, just so that it moves a little bit more in different sections. But there is also something that kind of feels, and maybe it's just in the way that it's produced and kind of like the spacey kind of nature of it. It reminds me of like 808s a little bit, just in the production style, especially around the drums and the way that it moves rhythmically. General Yoka says it feels like Mario underwater level. I think it's because of the woo 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 thing that maybe feels a little bit underwater. I liked that. I think the mix still needs a little bit of work. It's a first draft, so like she also said, like, I think the mix needs some work on my side. So I think it does. It's not terrible. I think the leveling is where it needs a little bit more love. In the vocals, there's some cleaning up that could be done around plosives, especially some of the S's earlier on. There's like maybe a little bit of room, a little bit of mouth noise that's happening that could be cleaned up. I don't think it's terrible though. I've definitely heard much worse from people who are just producing for the first time or just starting to get into production. So again, like I'm gonna applaud this artist. I think she's done a really great job overall in the stuff that she sent over so far, and I do think there's a really cool kind of creative view in there and creative direction in there. It's just polishing off things like the mix, you know what I mean? Paris Amani, 2 N's on Instagram. Definitely go check out the EP that she put out recently too. I really enjoyed that. Like the EP that came out not too long ago, I think was filled with songs that were just really high quality, and the visuals as well. I think the visual representation, especially across like music videos and stuff like that, has been really impressive so far. So I definitely go check it out if you haven't. All right, let's get back into this. Another 5 paid skips, and then we'll do another free skip at random. We've got Solvane, ID, How Long up next. I have actually also vocal version, but I don't know if you mind check 2 track for compare. What? Because just put my puck. What? I don't know if I fully understand that message. But let's listen to it, and we'll let you know what we think. I don't know if I fully understood that written message. I gotta be honest. Oh, Sad Boy, enjoy Lefty, bro. I like him. He's probably one of my. That'll be a fun show. Really great composition to start on this one already. Loving the piano. I know I looked at it. It just doesn't make sense to me. Cool. Solvane Bass on Instagram. Great work on the strings. There's no description on this track. I read the description that was in Nero already. I just don't understand what you're asking me to do. Don't send the link. Maybe just explain what it is you're asking. I'm just not sure I understand what you're asking. Sorry. From a production standpoint, this sounds amazing. I love the way it moves. I love the arrangement. Oh, sorry, bro. Where are you from? What's your native language? I'm a pretty fast speaker, I'm not gonna lie. Why'd you send 2 versions and not the one you wanted me to play? I'm confused. So did you... Which version did you want me to play, the one with vocal or without vocal? Because I'm confused why I have the one without vocal if the one with vocal is the one that you wanted. I'm just a little lost. Compare? Why? All right, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna skip forward a little bit. Okay. I think it sounds good. Production-wise, it sounds amazing. I'm not mad at the vocal version either. It feels more complete, maybe less cinematic, but more like a song. Let us know what you think in the chat. I mean, I like this version. This version is cool. I'd maybe turn the vocals up a little bit more. This is sick. I mean, look, I'm gonna, like, if it's a pick between the two, I'm voting for the one with vocals on it, because it feels like a more complete song. Bon Christy, don't worry, we're still going, man. We got another hour or so left. I think the vocals just feel quiet because the composition's so big, you know what I mean? It's like, they don't build with the production. Really nice harmonies in here, though, and really nice melody choices. I prefer this version. It feels like a more complete song. I would maybe fill this space with a little bit more vocal, though. Fair enough. Can you not get the vocal stems and then mix it in? Like, you have the session file, I'm assuming. Can you not get the vocal stems and then mix it inside of the full project? That feels like the best course of action, in my opinion. Yeah, so do that. Get the vocal stems, do the mix. It sounds really cool. I just think, yeah, if you get that balance right between the vocal and the instrumental, I think you guys are fucking golden. It's really cool. I could see this syncing like a film or TV or something like that, especially if you guys kind of like figure out what your splits and everything look like. But it's pretty cool, man. Like, I actually enjoyed this. Again, very cinematic sound. I love the production. I think the production stands alone without the vocal. You could do both. I mean, in all honesty, I'd encourage you to release both versions of it on streaming. Like, if you do the full version with the vocal, then just include the instrumental or release the instrumental separately. Without vocal, ending's different. Have two versions of it. There's no reason why you can't release both. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you have these two versions of the same song. You have a variant of it. Like, it gives you more opportunity to have multiple releases. It's not going to hurt you to do one that's instrumental and do one that's vocal. You could also come back, do a deluxe, and be like, oh, here's the instrumental version. It's slightly different. If you were going to do something like Even and release direct to consumer, you could have like a bonus track that is the instrumental only that's slightly different than the DSP version, right? So I think there's a lot of ways that you can kind of leverage what you've got there. I prefer the one with vocals on it, I think, because it feels like a more complete song. But just as a classical musician, as a composer, like, I think you've done a great job on the instrumental too. I meant if you could hear it. What do you mean? Your questions are extremely confusing to me. I feel like I'm being clear. I'm trying so hard. Let me know if you could. Does this make sense to you guys? I'm not being crazy, right? No comparing. Stoney Jackson up next. You're lagging. All right. Well, I can't help you with that, man. I'm sorry. I can't help you with the lag. I'm doing my best here to answer these questions. No comparing. Stoney Jackson, let us know what you think in the chat from Little Rock, Arkansas. That's the second one we've listened to today, man. I'm dead, bro. Sorry, all I got to go off of here is the chat. You know what I mean? So... good beat choice again from Stoney Jackson.
Please don't compare me to niggas, no parallel. Got the shit out the mud, yeah, I know it well. No embargo on cargo, my
this one's getting saved in the playlist for sure.
It ain't hard to tell. Magic words in my verbs, it ain't hard to spell. It ain't hard to spell. It's for you lazy niggas. I don't do no moving till you pay me, nigga. You can't play me, nigga. From the 80s, nigga. Came from scrape knees. Now I make a rapper pay me late fees. Minutes way too valuable.
I appreciate you, sad boy. Thank you. My SS Smooth. What's up, name Doppelganger K and DJ Odyssey. Yeah, look, I hope it helps, man. Sorry. Nah, this one's knocking, bro. Just can't relate to these niggas. Smile on my face, but it's hating these niggas. I swear I can feel all the fake in these niggas. That's why I be so out of place with these niggas. Need space from these niggas. Fuji says tough. Actually, I think this one sounds pretty good. Every box that they place me in. Don't believe in the vision I'm giving out. Then believe in the nigga that's saying it. Oh, just don't equate. We ain't the same. These niggas flakes. Playing for keeps. Up in the stakes. This feels like some classic Mick. You know what I'm saying? Hey, sad boy, look, man. We stand on business over here, bro. We're not trying to be anything we're not in this side. J November says I fuck with this for sure. I'm gonna favorite this one. Keep this one in mind. I like this. I don't have too many notes. I think the vocals sit in a really nice place on this one. It's got a great bounce to it. It's a really good beat choice. You've played to your strengths. You know what I mean? Ace, what's up, bro? How are you? Hey, man, stick around. We're gonna be spinning the wheel. Zenisk, don't worry, man. I listen to everything. It might be different from what you've heard so far, but that's because we've heard a couple artists that we've listened to a couple songs from as well. So don't worry about genres in here. Everybody in this community is the type of person who can appreciate music, even if it's outside of what they usually listen to. And I also always say this, I think it's really, really important as an artist to be listening to stuff that you are not expected to listen to, because being diverse, be listening to different genres, listening to different styles, like you can pull inspiration from anything. And sometimes listening to something that isn't what you've spent your entire life listening to is really, really important in helping just expand your horizons creatively as well. So look, we are all very, very pro you listening to music out of genres. This one is out already, Ruben. It's called No Comparing. It's by Stoney Jackson. You can find this also at STNYJCKSN on Instagram. But you can go find that on Spotify. It is out. I playlist it in the songs we found on live stream playlist as well, so you'll be able to find it there if you want to. Look, bro, I have my feelings about California, having been there and spent time in the music industry there a little bit. It's just different. You just got to find your people. You know what I mean? Ditto, Apex. This is the third song we listened to from Apex so far tonight. The first one was my favorite so far of the two, or the three that we've listened to, but let us know what you think in the chat. Apex, where are you from? And also, if you're in the chat, let us know where you're watching from, too. I love knowing where you guys are at in the world. I love music from everywhere, so... You know what, Brooksy? Look, I'm gonna put the Brooksy one higher, bro. You did give 5 gifts, which I really appreciate, so we'll try and get to it quicker, okay? Probably in the next 30 minutes. Zenisk, thank you for the follow. Nah, bro, you were out here gifting subs, and this is for your homie, so let's do it. I think my notes on this one, similar to maybe my notes on the last one we listened to, somewhat repetitive in the production style, especially with the way that the sample kind of loops. I would love to hear a little bit more variation in that aspect of it. Vocals sound great. We got Texas in the chat. We got Nigeria, Lagos. We got New York. Shout out to my people out here. I think the vocals, again, great delivery, great tone, great writing. If I'm ranking all three we've listened to, it's the first song for me, this one second one third. Von Christie, you don't need to apologize ever, bro. No need to apologize, man. No one's offended in here. We're chilling, man. I think one of the things that I hear across the board with your music, right, is there's not enough like movement in it, and I think I mean that more from like it's all good, it's all done well, but like if we're talking about the way that the song moves, at times I think with the way that these are produced, it feels a little bit flat. And like what I mean by that is I love a song where like a chorus builds into a moment and then you pull back and you get this experience of almost feeling like you're on a bit of a wave with it. And I think that can be demonstrated even in the sine wave when you look at the way that things look, just from literally a sound wave perspective, right? So to me, that's maybe the thing I'd advise you to think about moving forward. Yeah, a little bit more push and pull in the arrangement of the song specifically. I think there's a lot of things that really stand out to me vocally about what you're doing, and I think you're doing a good job on that front. But I think now it's like, all right, if you want to elevate and take things to the next level, think about how the song moves, right? Think about how the arrangement moves. Think about how you can add variation and just keep things interesting so that it doesn't ever feel flat. Overall, it's good. I enjoy it. I think what will make me come back is to hear something that maybe stopped me in my tracks to be like, holy shit, wow. That moment really caught my attention and caught my ear. And I just feel like it maybe lacked a moment like that throughout the song. But I will say the first one we listened to tonight had that. You know what I mean? I think it's just the second one and this one And it's maybe because it's a little bit more loop based in the production style, especially if we're talking about like the vocal sample in the previous one, the instrumental sample, the guitar sample in this one. I just want to hear a little bit more variation and a little bit more movement, even if that is through a little bit more instrumentation added on top. Maybe there's another instrument in there, you know what I mean? But I think it's just adding those additional pieces that kind of build on top of what is already a good groundwork, but really help it stand out from everything else. So that's what I would say. C, can you play my song? I'm a small artist. His name's Too Crazy. Make sure you go to nero.fan /KayvanMD to submit. It is free for you to submit. We are going to do some free submissions, but right now we're trying to move through some of these paid skips as well. Heard that we're going to tap in this great feedback. You're totally welcome. This is all I think about every day, day in and day out. And this is what I do for my management clients as well, just for what it's worth. And I'm going to do this because I think it just, again, like sometimes it helps to know that this isn't coming from a place of like not thinking about this even at like a production level. I do produce, I make beats a lot, and like these are the things I think about when I'm making beats, right? Is like, and I'll explain what I mean here just from an arrangement standpoint as we're listening to this. So like this is loop based. I've got a loop here as a sample, right? So we're gonna start with like a little, I think it's probably a 4 maybe 8 bar intro with the sample, but you'll hear it change as things move. You'll hear things come in and out. And so by the arrangement, I mean that, right? We got the drums coming in. We got a little synth, a little reverse synth. We've got the little like glittery synth in there as well. No, you're good, man. I think for me, this is why I say this stuff to artists, is because I already think about things from a production standpoint as well. And so like we get through this chorus section and then you're going to have things pull out. We've got the sample chopped up in a different way, half-timed, right? So you have a little bit more variation in the way that the sample sounds, so it feels like there's more change and movement happening in it. Even though there's not a ton changing in the elements in the production, you still have this movement that's happening in there that kind of builds back into these moments in the chorus that feel bigger than the verses, right? So you got, I think, like probably 8 bars there with just that sample chopped differently. The drums cut back in. Now we get the sub coming back in, right? You start to have that reverse synth come in. Now we've got the little like glittery one coming in towards the end of the verse as well. And then we drop into that chorus. Sample goes back to the way that it sounded initially. You've got all those other elements building on top. But all that does to me is kind of build. You pull away, you focus on the vocal and the verses, you build back up into that chorus. The chorus is the big moment that people walk away from being like, holy shit, that was great. I love a song that kind of has these moments, and I think arrangement is a really important thing. When we talk about making great music, the arrangement can really change the experience that somebody's having while they're listening to it, and I think that's something to think about, right? A lot of people aren't going to think about that in production first and foremost, but I think that it's something as an artist, if you are thinking about and planning through, you can also do that in the vocals with the way you stack the vocals, the elements that come in and out. You know what I mean? So I always encourage people to just think about arrangement as like a really key piece of making a great song, because I do think if you listen to some of your favorite artists, that is going to be one of the things that stands out, is you are going to hear some sort of arrangement. That's not always the case. Like if I'm being honest, there's a lot of hip hop stuff that is kind of flat arrangement wise, but maybe it does a better job of like having ad libs or having like these really catchy vocal moments, and that can do it too. But I think the thing to think about more than anything is how do you create these moments within a song that feel like an experience and maybe feel like there's movement happening so that it doesn't remain like this throughout. Does that make sense? About You featuring Joey Fats by Logan up next. Oh man, love this artist. He's from the UK. I've really enjoyed a couple of the songs we've listened to. There's been very few misses for me from Logan. I think the only feedback I had initially was maybe around like mixing around the vocal. But I'm excited to hear some new stuff. So let us know what you think in the chat. About You featuring Joey Fats. Let's go. Apex, where are you from, bro? Where's the Apex thing from?
Lying to myself like it ain't about you.
Oh. Oh. Let us know what you think in the chat. Okay, fuck yeah. Where are you guys from? Just out of curiosity. Southwest Florida? I only ask because English people say defo all the time. Man, this is going in the running for this cash prize later on in the stream as well. 2 more songs, we'll do another free skip at random. Also from 4 Miles. Interesting. Interesting. Hey! Yo, this shit bangs, bro. No. This is gonna go in the new music who this playlist as well. Yo, this shit knocks. Let us know what you think in the chat. Big Wayne, thank you for the follow. No, you. Logan did that. LOGXN did that on Instagram. Big Wayne, what do you do on stream, bro? Hey man, I'm really enjoying this one a lot. I'm a big R&B fan. I'm a big UK R&B fan, so. Just for fun? Hey man, sure, I'll follow you back. Why not? I support it. You. Nah, this is a fun song, bro. I really like this a lot. D, if this is you, stop. Don't do that. Don't do that. Bonkers, he says tough. All right, got Joey Fats on this one as well. Making excuses that did for my partners. Just want to be around you. On the east side when you had that Honda. Joey Fats is such an interesting feature choice for this. How'd you go about getting Joey on the track? Maybe we can take trips to the tropics for real. Doing our shit for the ones who had died for real. This is great. Look, I've said this before. I am a Logan fan. There is a reason for that. 40O, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Do it for who feel me and nobody else. My bitch, she gon' kill me. She read all these texts. But you ain't tripping, you know that you next. But you ain't tripping, you know that you hurt. Let a real nigga give you what you worth. Have I heard of Loop Station? I've not heard of Loop Station. What is that? Bougie says tough. I will say 411, a little bit long of a runtime, I think, for just people's attention spans today. I feel like you could have had a version without a feature on it as well. That's a shorter version. Would have done the same thing, maybe just a little bit quicker. But you know what? I like this. Not the only Logan song that I'm a fan of. I definitely would encourage you to go to listen to some of the other ones. I'm going to really quickly play another one that I think is probably my favorite, and is his most streamed song. This one's called On Me. This was the first Logan song that I heard, and I loved it. Bougie, thank you for the follow. This song is so... I still to this day, bro, this song is so good. Do I like DJ music and shit? Yeah, bro, I listen to everything. This one... I still, whenever this comes on, Logan, this stays on. I just want you to know that. I've never skipped this song yet. It's such a banger, bro. Side, you can put it all on me. Running out of time, you can put it all on me. Ah. Yo. I still get chills every time this comes on. Truthfully, that song is a song that will give me chills every time I hear it. When we get to that choral section in the chorus, man, it just, my hair stand on end. I love it. I'm forever a fan of your music purely off the strength of that first song. But man, I really enjoy this one with Joey Fats as well. It's a good feature. I think you guys fit well together. Yeah, I'm interested to keep up with you. I'm definitely going to be keeping up and supporting where I can. LOGXN did that on Instagram. We should tap in on the Even front as well, bro. I started working at Even recently, and I feel like you could get something out of it for sure. especially with these features you have coming up as well, man. Combo, Bougie, up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. We'll do another one from Brokesy after that, and then we'll get into our free skips.
This is New York.
All right, we got a little electronic music, so we're going to have a little bit of a vibe switch here. Let us know what you think in the chat. Ooh. Ooh. Wait a second. Nice stutters. Hold on, yeah. Really interesting sound design on this off rip. Loving all these like little rhythmic sound effects that are happening in the production. My idea of fighting AI. I love that actually. Oh, now I get the fucking song title too. Down, up, left. Down, up, right, B. Is like, it's not a cheat code, is it? Is that a GTA cheat code? Or is it a combo on like, I mean, I know for a fact that is a combo on Mortal Kombat. For sure. It's all off-grid. Are you serious? It's interesting because even though it's off-grid, there's still like a rhythmic kind of like... There's still like a solid rhythm throughout, even with it being off-grid. Super interesting work, man. Stickback says this makes me want to make a first-person shooter with the song playing during the loading screens. Wait, this is really cool, man. Amazing work. About to load up Rocket League, says Bon Christie. This is like unlike anything else that I've ever heard, and I love that about it. It's truly unique. Love the vocal sample here too. Really, really interesting. Like, now imagine this in a live setting as well. This sounds like that one SpongeBob meme in a good way, where all that gets all disco and SpongeBob gets wavy as fuck. Yo, I'm dead. Yo, I'm actually gonna save this one. Bougie, I don't know if you have socials. Put them in the chat if you do. I'd love to pull them up just so everyone can go follow you. But look, I say this all the time. I love when something catches my attention and it doesn't feel or sound like anything I've ever heard before. I also love when something is done in a way that pushes music forward. And I think it's really, really interesting to know that nothing in that was on grid, but also in listening to it, you can still feel that actual rhythm and that tempo and that time signature still be there. And I think for me, that's what's so interesting about it, is that for it to not be on grid, but to still feel timed perfectly is a very difficult thing to do. Yeah, I mean, really, really sick. Like, it's an experience from start to finish. And this is what I was talking about earlier as well, is like, I want to hear, and I want an experience when I listen to something, right? I don't want to be bored. I don't want to hear something and just be like, oh, this feels and sounds like everything else. So to me, that truly stands out. And I think you did an amazing job. Like, I really can't say anything positive things about that. I think it was a really, really cool approach to creating music, and also mixed very well. Good shit. This is the SoundCloud if you want to go follow on SoundCloud. Wow. Yeah, get some fucking socials going, man. Get your Instagram going so we can give you a follow there as well. All right, we're going to do this one from Brokesy. Hand chops and taking your time can drive you crazy, but it's worth it. No, look, you can tell how much care and effort was put into that, and I think you did an amazing job. Brokesy. First posthumous single me and the team released for him. So this is, I think this guy's still in the chat. He sent this in for his friend who passed away recently. This is his project. We're going to listen to it. Let us know what you think in the chat. If there's any mixed feedback or anything like that, they are still working on it posthumously. So if you have notes, we'll pass them along. They can pass that along to their engineer as well. Let us know what you think in the chat. Hey, man, RIP to your friend as well, man. I'm sorry for your loss. We hate to see it. I've interviewed a lot of young artists who have passed away too early, and it's always heartbreaking. The automated delayed vocal gets a little loud. I would just be careful of the volume on that. He mixed this himself as well.
forget, but in this life you can't change shit. The future decides how you live it. I'll keep going until I see God when he finally takes me. I needed time just to sit and unwind. Did it all by myself in the basement. Anything I wanted, I get it now.
Man, it's like I would have had notes for him. Flow is catchy, melodies are pretty solid. There's aspects of the delivery that I probably would have advised him to work on a little bit. Again, more for variation than anything. Beat choice is good, man. Careful with the form and shifts on the low side as well. Sometimes they don't sound right in the song. I think the form and shift could have been a little bit quieter. Damn, bro. It actually sucks because like I can hear the potential here, and I think that just actually makes it a little bit sadder. It's not perfect, but I mean, there are things that could have been molded here and guided, and I think with more time and more recording and more practice, like I actually do think that there was a lot of potential here. And yeah, man, I'm sorry for your loss. It sucks to hear stuff like this when it's like this kid obviously has talent. He obviously had talent. Fuck, man, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's not. No, I like it is the thing. I actually do like it. I just think there's little things in there, you know what I mean, delivery wise, that you probably can't change in post and in mix, that I think would have just made it even more engaging. But I think the writing is solid. I think the way that he's approached the melody is solid. Like, and that's what, like, in all honesty, it bums me out that we won't get the opportunity to continue to help grow and develop this artist, because I think that's what it takes to become a great artist. 100 tracks released, 800 unreleased. Wow, that's actually really amazing. So I'm curious to hear, especially some of that stuff that came later into his creative process. Like, I wonder if the development happened naturally. I guess my question for you is, when is that from, and how early on in his process of making music is that from as well? Yeah, no, feel free to send another one in. I'm gonna do this free skip really quickly from Effie Nikki, but I'm happy to do another one. You gifted so many subs, bro. Like, I appreciate you doing that, and you didn't have to. So I'm happy to listen to another one if you submit it, and we can just give it a... That was mid-2025? Okay. All right, Effie Nikki, dial 7. Let us know what you think in the chat. Out of Manchester in the UK. Let's give this one a listen. Let me know when you've got that one in there from Brokesy, though, bro. I want to make sure we get it before you have to go, okay? And thank you again for sending this in. I appreciate it. This can't be easy for you. I'm gonna drag this one into the playlist really quickly. Yeah, look, we do a random free skip. The wheel chose you. I can't take the credit. The wheel chose you. This is Effie Nikki out of Manchester. You do not have a Mancunian accent in your singing voice at all. Faith says stunning vocals. Effie Nikki on Instagram. EFFINICKI. Amazing work on the vocal arrangement as well here. No, you don't understand. My cousins live in Stoke, so I know what it's like up there. Wait, you did a really great job on this. The horns? Like, what are we talking about? This feels huge. Great melodic choices. It's a very timeless song. Steve Peck says, I know what I'm about to say doesn't make any sense. Just let me have this. This song sounds like fresh spaghetti and meatballs. You're gonna have to elaborate. I love including live brass and strings in all my music. It sounds great. You guys did a good job of that. I'm a big stickler for live strings, especially, and brass. Like, it doesn't sound the same when it's a VST. So great job. Very Olivia Dean, says Lorenzo. I hear that. Fuji says, ooh wee. See for Prez, I got you. I have it pulled up. Okay. One, this is going into the favorites for the cash prize tonight. Two, the way this built into this final climactic moment is exactly what I was talking about with arrangement and having a song feel like it has movement. This is built into this huge, huge ending that is what I'm going to walk away from this song remembering, is the way that this built into this final moment. Wow. Absolutely incredible. Don't worry, this song's almost over, bro. We're going to go to yours right next. Wow, right next. I can't even talk. That's actually left me speechless. Incredible work. Like I've said, big R&B fan, big UK R&B fan. I have not heard too many other artists from Manchester, if I'm being completely honest. But wow, bro. That was an incredible, incredible piece of work, from the arrangement, the vocal performance, the vocal arrangement, the production, the instrumentation. Who produced it? Did you produce it yourself? I'm just curious to learn more. Again, Effie Nicky, EFFINICKI. Yeah, look, nothing but praise over here. You did an incredible job. I put that in the playlist, I think, right? Yeah, I went straight into the playlist. Let me just make sure I got it again. I'm going to double check. July 17th? Oh, a little bit late on the thing. That was gas. Chorus felt like my feet left the ground for real. It was literally that SpongeBob levitating meme with the fucking headphones in. You know what I'm saying? That's literally how the song built into that moment. One of those songs you can really get lost in. Lewis Sullivan is the producer. Shout out to Lewis Sullivan as well. Amazing work on the production side of things. All right, we're going to play this one by Brokesy really quickly, and then we'll do the rest of your paid skips. We'll do another 5 paid skips before a free one. Let's keep going. Wow. That's it. That's the meme. Can't do it without getting out of my chair because it won't just lift on its own, but you get it. Every song feels like a journal entry being written. That's why I push so hard for his music to be heard, because his songs that genuinely give me chills. Out My Mind is one of those ones that just make you say, what the fuck? All right, let's check it out. Let us know what you think in the chat. Let us know what you think in the chat, guys. This is also from the same artist who passed away, unfortunately.
Girl, it ain't me. I'm just following my intuition. Play my heart, have me falling in a new vision. Work so hard, so I've been
This reminds me of a lot of stuff that I've not only done interviews with artists on, but stuff that came through at Genius that like we would have covered, you know. This is a solid chorus. I probably would have had some advice on the delivery. It's pretty solid though. Fuck, bro. There's little things here or there. It's nothing we can do anything about, but I like this. It's like I know what he listens to from this, you know what I mean? I know what the inspirations are.
I'm out of my mind and every day couldn't be long enough. Trying to recoup a couple years, I done took too much drugs. That's why we live in life every day like we don't give a fuck. This time I realize to live my life, enjoy it while I'm young. This all love got me out of my mind. Can't relive all of this shit with music.
This is one of them ones though, chorus wise. Like I always tell people songs like this, it's gotta be a catchy chorus. It's a catchy chorus. I mean, of the two we've listened to, this is probably the standout of the two. So, like, truthfully, again, it's heartbreaking when we lose artists too young, too early, especially when there's potential. I hear the potential here. I would have said it if he was here as well. There's little things about the delivery that I think could have grown and developed over time. I don't know that there's much that you can do about it now unless that change has already happened, like in some of these other songs when you listen to them. But for me, there's like definitely bright sparks that I hear throughout the songs. There's definitely things that stand out. There's definitely moments, especially the chorus, which I think would have kept me coming back to listen to it again and again. I appreciate how raw he is with the lyrics too. No cap in his raps, says Bon Christie. I agree. I think there's maybe, and granted, I don't know this artist personally, right? So I don't know him like that. But I do think that there's like aspects of his songwriting that I think could have been more, like, I don't know him, so I can't say not like authentic, right? But like some of the things, like, you know, there's like the Richard Mille lines and stuff about like the more glamorous stuff. I think if that's not the life you're living, sometimes I prefer to not hear that in the songs. And like, look, man, I was there for the fucking Lil Tecca interview where he's talking about like, nah, I ain't got that shit. Like, I just made the songs about it. And I'm not opposed to that either. I think like if you can be real about it and be like, nah, like this is just what I say in the songs, but it's not necessarily what I'm living, I think that's fine. But I think it needs to be the combination of then having that like really like transparent personality on socials and then doing stuff that's maybe not as transparent in the songs. But look, I do like this. I think overall there's a lot of potential that I hear in this artist's voice, and had he still been here for us to kind of just guide, again, like I said, and just push him to develop a little bit more, I think he really would have polished it off. There's a lot of things that I hear that I don't think are things you can teach, more so than things that artists kind of need to know and feel authentically themselves from the jump. And so all that to say, I do think some cool things are in here. And yeah, I appreciate the support. Please send us more. I'd love to listen to more and keep spreading this, you know, this message and sharing his music with people. And I appreciate you doing that for your friend as well. It's not a lot of friends who would kind of put that effort in after the fact and spend that bread like that. You know what I mean? So, you know, like, props to you for being a great friend and continuing to try and push this sound that your friend was creating. You know what I mean? And again, we're sorry for your loss, and I hope you have a great weekend and the rest of your day. But thank you for sending this in. All right, we got Bon Christie up next. Hope all is well with you. Appreciate you taking a listen. If we get to it, New York City based, first single dropping in August. Think if Juice WRLD and Trippie Redd's music had a baby, this is what would come out. All right, let's check it out. Let us know what you think in the chat. This is Bon Christie with You and Me. I will say I could go either way on Trippie Redd, man. There are songs I like from Trippie. There are songs I don't like from Trippie. So I could go either way. But I love Juice. I got to interview him. I actually did his and Trippie's interviews at Genius. So I did get to meet them both. Juice was a very, very sweet boy. Again, one of those artists that I spent time with who we lost a little too early.
You and me, stay 10 toes like you and peas. Save my soul, energy, tastes like cold Hennessy.
I like his earlier stuff, to be fair. I think I did Trippie's first interview like ever, which was cool. What's up, Benny? How are you? Let us know what you think in the chat. I think chorus is solid to me. Verses could use a little bit of work, but I feel that way about Trippie as well. That's not just exclusive to you. I think writing a really engaging chorus in this type, or verse in this type of music, is the hardest part. Melodies are good. I like the way you're playing with your vocal, actually. That's probably one of the standout pieces for me in this, is just hearing the way you play with the vocal melody. Bennett, just go to nero.fan /KayvanMD to submit. It's free. You can find it in my story on my link tree, okay? It's not just you. That's across the board, man. You know what's interesting? I'm gonna say something in a second. Low end of the beat sounds like it's ripping itself apart. I don't know how to explain it. Hold on, we'll listen to it in a second when it comes back in. Vocal sits in a nice place, though. Oh, yeah, I hear that. I hear that. It's like clipping, right? So it's clipping without it feeling like a stylistic choice for the sub to be clipping. Like there's ways to get that sound without making it feel like it's actually like distorted or clipping. And I think that is actually a really, really great shout out from Stickbag. I do hear that the sub could be a little bit more pleasing to the ear, feel a little bit more stylistically loud, if that makes sense. I do hear that, actually. That's probably maybe the more big thing that stands out from a mix standpoint, what Stickbag is saying specifically about this sub. That's not a terrible way to describe it, to be honest with you. It does feel like it's kind of ripping itself apart. That's probably the thing that stands out from a mix standpoint. From a lyrical standpoint, like I said, I felt like the verses could be a little bit stronger. I feel that way about most of Trippy's music, though I do feel like the choruses are already good. One of the things that I was going to say is because you said you might feel it easier to write hooks, and this is just something I've noticed, I think, just from listening to different artists' music. But there are specific artists who just make the entire song different hooks. And it's worked for them. You know what I mean? So, like, instead of it being this, like, this is maybe not the best advice overall, but I think for music like this, sometimes it is just creating hooky moments that happen all the way throughout. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that might be a way for you to think about your writing and approach to writing when you're sitting down and making these songs, right? Like, maybe don't think about it like, yo, I got to make a whole storytelling verse necessarily, but like, this shit is a vibe. So how do I go from having one hook to another hooky moment, then come back to that main hook, maybe have another hooky moment? You know what I mean? I think like if you approach it maybe a little differently when you're thinking about writing it, it might make it a little bit easier for you when you get into these verse sections to not have to think about writing this like full like 16 bar verse. Like if you think about someone like Future, right? Like he just writes couplets and then they piece them together at the end of the day to make the songs. He's famously said this about his recording process. So there is ways to kind of work around the verse writing thing as long as everything is on the same theme and makes sense. It's just something to think about. You know, it's not like you have to do it this way, but I think just in knowing that you find it easier to write hooks, maybe think about how you can incorporate the way that you write your songs to revolve around writing hooks even within those verse sections. Many times. Knuckles up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. Sorry, guys. I'm going to shut the fuck up a little bit now and try and get through some more songs because we do have another 6, 7. We have another 6 paid skips. It was 6. Now it's 7. Just know I'm doing that satirically. I don't genuinely mean or care. What am I going to do? You know? I'm going to do it for the kids, man. Knuckles is rapping his ass off already. But I can't let the minerals deplete from all my bones. And life you learn from being present. All the rights are wrong. Another loop song that took some time to learn. And now I like my mini splits and watch these bridges burn. Look, bro, I don't have all the answers, but I can say some shit that might make sense. Sometimes. It's more to spark the ideas from you than it is to say you have to do things this way. But you don't have to do things anyway. You know what I mean? Like, that's the beauty of creating. You gotta experiment, so maybe try it. See if it works. This is actually a really easy listen. I love that it's a minute 40 runtime. It's not super long. It's a good raps. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can submit a song if you want, bro. We got an open submission form right now. If you want to skip the queue, you can too. Beat cut was nice as Stickbag. I really like this, actually. I like the sample chop in the beat. I like the approach to the vocal. The one thing I would say, and I would say this of anything where it's like a little bit more of an open verse in general, is like it's hard to find a moment, again, that hooky moment to bring people back to continue to listen to it or to listen to it again. So it's just something worth thinking about. I think for songs like this, especially at 140, the thing that really pushes it over the edge for me is like more of like a visualizer that just helps get the creative vision across the board. So that's the one thing that I would say. How big is the queue? If you go to Nero, you'll be able to see exactly how big the queue is. __ Knuckles with a Z on Instagram. If you like that, make sure you go follow. Look, I like his raps, bro. I will say that's one of the biggest things to me. I love a song that's short and sweet. I've never been upset about it. It does have a video on YouTube too. Send me the videos. I can always pull them up. Honestly, Miles Squires, some songs take months to finish. This one made me reopen an album I thought was already complete. Honestly came from a place I've never really put into words before. It's about living in the space between knowing you love someone and wondering if you're ready to change your life forever. The mix of certainty, fear, hope, and vulnerability became the heart of this song. I wrote, produced, recorded, mixed, and mastered this one myself, and I'm really proud of what it became. It's yours now. Honestly, it's out everywhere. If it finds you at the right time in your life, let me know what it means to you. Your messages are the reason I keep making music. This is a great pitch note. I really enjoyed it. It told me what to expect from the song. It told me what it's about. Told the story. Thanked us for listening. Did all the things that I would have done in a pitch. So I got to applaud you for that as well. Miles Squires, honestly, let us know what you think in the chat. I don't know that this is the sound that I will say, I don't know that this is the sound I expected from the description.
Keep worrying. I lost control and now my head is spun. Your body sold me with that damn entrain. Only you can make me feel like that. Only you can make me.
I don't think you needed the word damn in there. This is the pro and con of having me read the lyrics at the same time.
Acting like you don't care. I can only just stare. I can only just stare. Yeah. How you doing that there? Acting like you don't care. I can only just stare. I can only just stare. Yeah. Honestly, I'm having the time of my life with you, and I don't care how much that you love me or not.
There's definitely some lyric things in here that I think need a little bit of work. The vibe is there. The melody is there. I have notes on the writing. Let us know what you think in the chat.
Can you rescue me from this moment of strife? I just can't believe you walked into my life. There's complexities that I see in those eyes. I just can't.
There's one word in particular I would cut from every single line in this song that it's in. And it's just. We don't need it. That moment's the best moment of the song for me. The honestly, I'm having the time of my life with you. 2 lines, like those 2 are great. All right, there's a couple things that I would change, right? I'm big on this, especially big on edits and just making lines and lyrics a little smoother. We don't need the word just in this song at all. There's a lot of it. It comes in quite a few times. Doesn't really add anything to the line ever. I actually have I saw, this is maybe like just stupid, but I remember seeing something, it was like an article about just being like such an unnecessary word even in emails and really anything that we write. It doesn't really do anything for like a lyric, or there's so many other ways to say that. And I think in this case, man, like you could just cut that out. And then that, how you doing that, the acting like you don't care. I can only stare. All I can do is stare. You know what I mean? There's just different ways to say the same thing. I think that would be more interesting. I can only just stare is like, it's a fancy version of like in a lot of cases with how overused it is. I agree with that. I think it's an overused word and it doesn't really add anything to the song necessarily. The other thing that I would say that maybe I see in here that to me feels like it could maybe be cut is like things like but. And at the beginning of lines, I'm having the time of life with you, and I don't care how much you love me or not. I don't care how much you love me or not. That doesn't need to be in there either. It's these little words, you know what I'm saying? And I think not only does that make it easier to remember, it makes it smoother. But I always tell people this, like when you're editing lines, go back and take out the words that don't add anything to the actual lyric. You know what I mean? They don't change the way that it's viewed. They don't change the message that it's trying to get across. I agree with Zenusk. These are the things that I'm always telling writers. If you start to cut these words out and start thinking about different ways that you can say the same thing, it's going to improve your writing over time. And for me, that's the thing that stands out to me. And again, I have these lyrics in front of me. This is the double-edged sword of putting your lyrics on Spotify, where I can read them and actually give feedback on them. Because sometimes it's not what I'm listening to on first listen, right? I'm gonna listen to the entire thing and how it feels. But truthfully, when I'm reading a lyric sheet and I start to see words that are repeating that aren't necessary, that aren't necessarily, you know, there for a reason to add anything to the lyrics, that is when I'm immediately like, cut this. Yeah, like, look, there's little words in here that I think would smooth this out. The vibe is there. I think the thing that would stop me from really being like, yo, I love this song, is the overuse of words like just and but and. It's close, but those are the things that I would go back and edit personally. Thank you for sending it. Again, I love listening to music. This helps me think about what makes music really stand out to me as well. Miles Squires, I do already follow because I have heard music from Miles that I have really enjoyed. And again, I will say this as a compliment, the vibe is there. You know what I mean? I think that in itself is a success. At the same time, I do think the way that this develops and grows and gets better is going back and editing some of that writing. The melody's there, the vocal delivery is there. It's the pen in some aspects. Elephant's Foot, Taylor Brown up next, submitting on behalf of a sync/music composer I represent, who goes by Taylor Brown. Want to start getting some of his shoegaze stuff out. Ooh, let me know if you think of this track and if would love any feedback. All right, let's check it out. I do like shoegaze, so I do like shoegaze. Let us know what you think in the chat, guys. I'm kind of already liking this. Sunwave.mgmt on this one. Ooh. This is not Infinite Annihilated, no. This is Taylor Brown is the artist name. This is definitely Infinite Annihilated. Is it? It says it's called Elephant's Foot. Luke, are you in the chat? Can you confirm or deny? I don't think it is, bro. It is Infinite Annihilator? Okay. No, it is Taylor Brown. All right, so it's not Infinite Annihilator. Got it. Most brutal song of all time makes me want to add Bang to Death. Okay, so you are just trolling in the chat. That's okay. That's fine. As long as I can identify when somebody is trolling me. I just like to know. I guess I should have guessed from Luigi Big Deer as your username. 69420. That's on me. I should have been able to read that username and tell immediately that you were in here trolling. Yeah, this is cool. Another Belmont alum. I love it. There's only one sound in this that I'm not... that maybe catches the ear a bit too much. Jokes aside, this song's pretty good. Look, that's all I can ask for. If you can come around and be serious for a second as well, feel free to troll. I can look, I'm a born troll, so I get it. Yeah, there's only one sound that catches my ear a little bit that I don't necessarily love. It was early on in the song. It is specifically that one. And it's really just because it's a bit loud. I think if you cut it down a little bit in the mix, it probably wouldn't bother me so much. It's just that is one that kind of stands out a little bit and catches the ear above everything else. But I actually love the way that the vocals came in. I think the guitar tone was absolutely magnificent. TaylorBrown.music on Instagram. If you're rocking with that, make sure you go follow. We gotta keep things moving. I am taking too long. Mr. T, Femi, up next. Dropping 2 albums in August. The first one's called Big Dick is Back in Town. The second one is called Big Black Dick is Back in Town. Mr. T is the intro to the second one. Yo, Femi, bro. Is this really what these are called? This is really what these albums are called, man? I don't know about the album titles. I don't know if I can back these album titles, but look, people will talk about them. That is for sure. Femi does make some hard-ass fucking music, all jokes aside. This is from Big Dick is Back in Town.
Weezy out of here. Back outside. Stepping on these hands. Why so 79, 79, why so shit you did? You mean?
Yo. Femi 79, fellow Arsenal fan. Why is it so tough though? Oh my god. Ew. Let us know what you think in the chat. Energy on $1 billion on this one. To be fair, I shouldn't expect less from a Wheezy beat. Just a casual Femi Young Thug picture. Fire. That's an iconic ass photo right here, bro. Hey man, I fuck with this. This is hard. TFEMI 79 on Instagram. Femi is not fucking around, man. Hey. Alright, well that went dumb hard. I gotta put that in the favorites for tonight. It's definitely going in the running for the cash prize. We do still have a cash prize to give away. Wow. I mean, it hit hard. It's kept going hard from the jump. There wasn't a moment where it slowed down. We Back Demo by Junior. Unreleased track from the upcoming album Young and Handsome by Junior, produced by me. Would love to hear what you think. Luke Halski. Get into a little hip-hop bag right now. Let us know what you think in the chat. How many was since our last free skip? We got to do another free skip soon, surely. We got about 4 paid skips left. We might not have a whole section for free skips today, but we're going to try and get a couple more in before the end of the stream, all right? This bass line stands out a little bit. You might want to turn it down a touch. I like the overall sound, but it's a bit overpowering. All right, free skip after this song. I think there's something about the shape of the sub that maybe still stands out a touch more than I would like personally. It's like I really see the vision here. I see the idea. There's something about the shape of the bass that still feels a little out of place. And I think it's in that more like high, squelchy kind of sound to it. I would maybe roll that off a bit more. Vocals sound great though. Drums sound great. It's just that sub for me. The bass is maybe the thing that stands out in a way that just like, it feels a little out of place. I don't know if this is the right bass sound for it.
boss. They all feeding for yayo. Your bitch, she like my mayo. I think 12 on my tayo, but I ain't going to jail. White Bronco like OJ. Blue Ford in my
I like the bass line, like the actual bass melody. I think that's right. I think it's just the sound.
Turn Bombay to Pompeii. Acting like he LeBron James, but he dunking them lattes. Like what you think? Should I spare him? Should I spray like Krylon? It's Nickelodeon. The way he entertains.
Really good work on the vocal delivery and also the ad-libs and stuff too. It just keeps the energy high. Let us know what you think in the chat if you're still with us. We got a couple more free skips and a couple more paid skips coming up before we get out of here. And we're going to give away this cash prize. I got to start thinking about who's going to get it. It is cool. It's a cool idea. My only thing is the bass sound. It's the only note I have. Other than that, I like the way this feels. Craving some melodic variation, says Asco. Also fair. Also fair. I think if the bass line came in and out a little bit more and wasn't so constant throughout, that might achieve the thing that you're looking for there. But I mean, this is what we've been talking about the entire stream, right? Arrangement. It's such an important part of production. That's maybe also the only other thing, now that you pointed out, which I hear that could use a little bit of work, is just a little bit more variation in the arrangement itself. Baseline for me, that's the standout. That's the sound that really catches my ear. I'm not sure that that's the right sound choice for this beat. I really like the song idea and the way it feels overall. But I do think that potentially a little more variation in the arrangement, a change in the bass sound will really push that over the edge. Gucci Shivam on Instagram, that was the vocalist on that one. Luke Halsky, the producer on that one. Definitely go check them both out. I did all the synths myself on this song. The only stuff that's not me are the effects. All right, Starlight. Let's check this one out. This is by Zenisk. A little drum and bass. I fucking love drum and bass, so let's see how hype you get me. Let's see how hype you can get me right now. First song ever? Okay. Not quite drum and bass yet, so... Those high-end synths are a little loud. Drums are a little low, so just a little bit more balance between those two elements I think would help. I like the sound design. Not as sequence as I love that lead. I like it too. The 16-bit kind of sound is, or 8-bit 16-beat sound is really nice. It's not really drum and bass. I'm curious if it's going to pick up pacing-wise. Craving a Heart of Bass, says Asiko. Is that right? Asiko? Asiko? Hex, what's up, man? How are you? This is probably closer to... I've been figuring out what digicore would fall into because I wasn't anything proper for it, but it's a subgenre. Yeah, that's fair. Digicore is right. Drum and bass, because the drum and bass is going to be like way more fast-paced, more high-tempo, right? Digicore is fitting. Sir Vanessington, hello. Good evening to you. Origami, what's up? Ironically, I used to do a lot of origami when I was a kid. Yeah, for your first song, this is pretty well done. Composition's really solid. Sound choice is really good. Hugh G from Nashville. I remember, bro. Welcome back. How are you? Lead too loud, drums too quiet. Yes, that's probably my first note. Second note, I would love to hear a little bit more variation, I think, especially in that high-pitched kind of synth, 8-bit, 16-bit synth, whatever it is. Again, just for the arrangement's sake of, like, having a little bit more movement in it. That's about it. You know what I mean? Like, outside of that, I think it's good. It's not quite drum and bass, so I think that threw me off a little bit because I was expecting something a little bit more up-tempo, fast-paced than it was. Digicore, I think, is a perfect description for it. I like it overall. I think there's one other person in this community who makes really, really amazing digicore stuff that I wish I could show you right now. He didn't send anything in today, but I think you could learn a lot from listening to that because I think he's done a really, really good job of just making it super interesting all the way throughout. Test message. Okay. Hey, yeah, it's been a while, man. How you been? How's everything? We've changed things around. We're actually going to give away a cash prize at some point in the next couple of minutes on the stream here. We are going to do another free skip really quickly from the submission form before we get into the last kind of round of paid skips. We do only technically have 4 minutes left before the end of the stream, so I'm going to have to go a little bit over tonight to make sure we get all these paid ones in there, but we're going to do that anyway, right? Been blessed, locked in a Warner Chapel during his stream, so I've been... Hey, bro, that's fine. I'm never going to be upset that somebody's locked in doing what they want to do for their fucking career and making moves to get further along in it. Electronic EDM is what I use for subgenres like that. Mash Boyash. If you want to submit, you can submit here. If you want to skip the queue, which at this point, if you want to guarantee you get played, you should definitely do a paid skip because we do only have a couple minutes left. We've got 3 paid skips left. This is our last free skip of the night for right now. I might do 1 or 2 more before we finish. I am also going to open up submissions for Monday stream. So for anybody who just joined the chat, we do listen to songs every Monday and Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. I do give away a cash prize every single stream now that they've given me the ability to do that on Nero. So you can always submit. Even if we don't get in something today, don't worry. We definitely will do this every single Monday and Friday at 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. So feel free to submit for another stream as well if you don't get played tonight. If you don't get played today, don't worry. Please keep submitting. It is just a matter of time. Usually we try and get a free skip section in. Today we've had a lot of paid skips, and I've talked maybe a little bit too much because people are asking a lot of questions. So it's like that sometimes. This is Loose by Sunky. Wouldn't mind being on stream, but just not on camera. I'm dead. That's hilarious. Don't worry. I'm not going to pull you up here. Let us know what you think in the chat. This is Sunky with Loose.
Yeah. What?
Hey, man, thank you so much. It's really been such a fulfilling, 3 months of working with artists at all levels. So for anybody who is interested in learning about Even, go check out even.biz.
I feel like techno goose. These bitches get real loose.
We're helping artists make money.
Used to be mucking the moves. Used to be getting real loose. Turn up, we dance like moves. Yeah, we fuck up the coop. Then I had to rough one too.
All right, you know what? I like the idea here. I think the vocal mix and the vocal recording need a little bit of improvement. How are you recording your music at the moment?
She see that I'm perfect, she's sick with the flow. Ready,
I actually think with a better vocal recording, a better vocal mix, this would actually be something I'd really enjoy. Right now, I think that the vocal recording and the vocal mix is probably the thing that would stop me from supporting it. At the same time, I kind of hear what you're going for, and I like what the vibe is that you're putting out. It's just about the quality of it, right? What do you use to record right now? Bro, I know. I gotta make a trip down there at some point. I was talking to Kazi the other, not too long ago as well, and Tim, honestly, about this stuff. No, I mean, microphone interface. What's the... You bro mix this? Mix is the thing that needs a bit of work for me, I think. Yeah, how... Oh, this is not an official mix. Okay. MXL 990? Which one is that? Only time I fuck with low quality vocals is super distorted rage beats. I mean, yeah, honestly, I think because of the type of production this is, I'm not so mad at it, but I think that's maybe the thing that I would say that just released to get it out. To be honest, I might have revamped most of it. That's also fine. Sanus, you're okay. Synths sound great. Bass sounds great. Sound design is really good in that one. Yeah, for me, all right. Mix on the vocal. It feels a little messy in that it's a little distorted and it doesn't necessarily stand out in the mix. And for me, that's one of the big things that I tell people all the time is I want the vocal to really be the star of the show in the mix. To me, the production sounds and feels really good. And actually, I liked what you're doing vocally as far as the actual cadence and rhythm and delivery style. That's why I say I hear a lot of potential in it, because it does feel like the direction you're going in from a sound perspective is the right direction. I think it's just when we talk about the mix feeling polished, feeling kind of radio, whatever it is. That's maybe the thing that I hear where I'm all right, if this mix was a little bit stronger in the vocal side of things, and that could be the mic you use, and it could be the mix itself. It could be a mixture of both of those things. It could even be where you're recording. I think to me, those are the things that will really help this elevate. But at the same time, the ideas are there and the ideas are good. And that's the thing that I would like to compliment you on the most, is that I think the ideas are cool and I like the way you're delivering and writing the song. Baby Sunky, 3 Eyes. Make sure you tap in. All right, let's get into this last round of paid skips. We've got 3, J November, Asako, and Zeke Zam. And then I might do one more free skip, just a random. We're going to give away this cash prize to the favorite song on the stream tonight, which I think I know what I'm going to do, but man, I'm in between 2 right now. There was a couple that I heard that I really, really love tonight, and it is always really difficult for me to make these choices. Solace by J November's up next. Here's my song for my upcoming EP dropping August 2nd. Thank you so much for the follow, T-Sin and Baby Sunky. It's nice to have you. I would listen to some SD Kid as reference because his vocals sound like that in his album. Yeah, I love SD Kid. Solace, J November, I'm next. Let us know what you think in the chat. And don't worry, guys, if you don't get played tonight, we're back on Monday, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I might actually get these submissions open now, just so we have them available for anybody who's in the chat, okay? Give me 1 sec.
Yeah.
Liking the beat choice here already. Stick bag, honestly, we just had too many paid skips. I talked too much today because of all these questions. We're going to do like 1 or 2 more random free skips at the end before we get done, though. It's honestly, the free skip section is kind of a case-by-case thing at this point. Some days we get it, some days we don't. But for anybody who has new releases that are out, put them in the New Music Who This playlist. Release calendar as well, because I listen to all of those. Or go put them in my comments. I'll be updating songs from the comments next week. Let us know what you think in the chat. There's a real hunger in the vocal delivery here that I like. It speaks to me. I like the way this one develops as well. I fuck with the flow. But I also think there's just a hunger in the vocal delivery. Great use of variation in the flow. There's a lot of movement in it. Make sure you put this in the release calendar as well, bro. Got some shit to address, I ain't got a stylist. I just tailor my truth, couldn't keep it solid. J November, watch me change the climate while I'm staying solid. And search for solace. You can, yeah, bro, sprinting before eating. I'm dead, bro. The melodic aspects of the beat is there's a weak link here. It says Asako. I think the strong suit for me though is the actual vocal delivery. There was just like a real grit to it that I think is something that I love to hear, especially in a rapped vocal. Like, I want to believe the shit that you're saying for real. You know what I mean? I think you did a great job of actually making me believe what you were saying there. I don't know that I have too many notes necessarily. DevMac, you are the last one who's getting in here with this paid skip. I'm closing submissions right now. J November on Instagram. If you're rocking with that, make sure you go follow. Hey man, look, I see the growth. I see the improvement. Ratio is like a work in progress. It's like experimental reggaeton. I love reggaeton, so I had like a big reggaeton phase when I was like 14, 15. I moved to America, and it was my first time ever listening to like Don Omar and like Wisin y Yandel, and then fucking Daddy Yankee and some of those artists. And now, you know, I'm a big Bad Bunny fan. We just did a Baby Rasta Gringo release on Even the other day too that I've been listening to, called Radio, and it's also super fire. I actually find myself being like a really, really big fan specifically of like Puerto Rican reggaeton, and also just older like Puerto Rican music in general. I moved when I was 15. I was a little bit younger than that. I was 13 turning 14 when I moved. Yeah, was that right? 2006? Yeah, it would have been 14, maybe turning 15. PR music got that flavor for real. It really does. It's just kind of crazy. It's leading electronic. All right, cool. Let's listen to it. Ratio, Asako, let us know what you think in the chat. 2 more paid skips. We'll maybe do 1 more free one. Give this cash prize out, and then we're out of here for the night. We're back on Monday from 6 to 8, so get your submissions in for Monday as well.
Never for me to plunge my hand in cool
I also love this intro. This kick is a touch loud and crackly. I want to hear a little bit more bass in that kick. It's a little bit too high pitched of a kick for my tastes. Really cool when all this comes in though. I would just be careful if some of these noises feeling a touch harsh, just because of like the high-pitched nature of them. Intro does give a touch of Thriller vibes. I hear that too. I would be careful of some of the sound effects, right? So some of those like reversed sounds, they feel a little harsh on the ear. I'm actually going to turn it down a touch because they feel a little bit loud. Okay, for me on this one, lean less into the sound effects. They feel a little loud overall in the mix. Lean more into the drums, knocking and kicking. The 1 to 2K kills a little bit, I agree. And then also lean into the melody a little bit more. I think those are the two things that lack a little bit now, and it feels like some of those sound effects are really carrying the mix. Not in a good way. Like, that's where it feels a little bit more harsh. So I would cut those down a little bit from a volume perspective. I think even tucking them a little bit further in the back in the mix will make it just feel a little bit more balanced than it does right now. I like the direction it's going in. I'd be curious if you could incorporate more melodic elements into it, just to maybe really kind of push it back towards having more of a melodic feel as well. That's maybe the other thing that I hear is like, because it leans so much into the rhythm, it feels like it lacks maybe one of those like melodic hook moments that kind of brings you back in. But if I'm like comparing this to anything, like I think Major Lazer is a great kind of place where it lives, right? Where it is kind of between electronic, but it's also world music and taking from some different genres. So I do like the direction it's in, but I think for me, maybe one of the standout things specifically around this was just that some of those sounds felt a little harsh on the ear. So I would just be careful of that when you're mixing it. This is like a great tip for when you are mixing, instead of listening to it loud, because I think sometimes if you listen to your mixes too loud, your ears will get fatigued and you'll stop kind of hearing where things sit properly. So one of the tips that I've heard from a lot of engineers and producers is if you actually listen on a really quiet volume, you'll be able to identify what's really, really standing out, because those loudest elements are going to be the thing that you hear kind of dominating the mix. So I always reference my mixes now when I'm producing. I'll turn my volume way down and I'll just listen to see what's really standing out. And ideally, you don't want that to be just like the FX sounds. And I think, you know, my gut says if you turn this down and you listen quietly, you'll volume. Also, all of this depends on what you're listening on as well, right? So if you're mixing on small speakers, it's always going to lean a little bit more high end. If you're mixing on headphones or speakers that have like a lot of low end in them, it's always going to feel like some of those elements are a little quieter behind that low end. But make sure you're referencing on multiple sound systems, right? I love these headphones because they are already flat and balanced. So for me, when I'm producing, especially if I'm mixing in headphones, I'm able to hear things a little bit more like they're going to sound on different speakers and things like that. And it's less so weighted on what I'm listening on and how that mix is going to sound in it, right? I remember I used to use Skull Candy headphones all the time when I was a kid. It's the same thing with Beats headphones. They're so bass heavy that sometimes it's really hard for you to get like a really balanced mix on things. And it will feel like you need to cut your fucking things up, you know what I mean? Cut your high end up because that sub is kind of dominating. So I would just keep that in mind. But honestly, the tip about turning the music down and listening to it on a quiet volume to identify what's standing out has been a huge game changer for me, even when I'm mixing beats. The People, instrumental, up next. This is Zeke Zam. Oh, this is Laurel. This is the homie Zeke, who's a producer and studio manager, looking to collab with artists and send out packs. Let us know what you think in the chat. This is The People. Let's see. Of course, this is what we're here for, man. I've learned a lot of things just by asking a lot of producers a lot of questions. I used to do the Deconstructed series at Genius, and so I'd be in the studio with like Carnage and fucking all these amazing producers asking all these detailed questions, and so I'd pick up these little tips and tricks, and I've just kind of kept them with me ever since. They didn't always make the episodes, but I was in there soaking up people's knowledge like a sponge, bro. Always. I'm a question asker. I don't know if this is one where I could hear a vocalist on top of it, so that's maybe something that I would say is like, this is great, and honestly, I'm glad that this producer is releasing this stuff this way, because I could see this making some of the lo-fi editorial playlists that they have on Spotify, and there's people racking up 1 billion streams off of them things. That said, I don't know that this leaves the most space for a vocal, and that's maybe because of the way some of these chops are done. Not everyone's gonna feel this way. For me personally, I wouldn't rap on this myself, but I also have a very specific taste when it comes to beats. It's got a little Dilla influence in it, though. Yeah, see, Surf and Essington, Hughie in the chat says, I'd love this joint. So it's always going to be different. I think it's a little too happy for my taste. that might be what it is. It's got this real hopeful feel to the sample flip. I'm not a big hopeful feel kind of guy. Finessington says, I'm stuck on that guitar loop. Look. And that is exactly the thing that I'm not crazy about personally, because I am not a hopeful beat guy. It's the beach in a joint feel. I am not a hopeful beat guy. For example, let me find you one. What about this is probably about as hopeful as I get, man. I'm gonna cut forward because this is a long intro. But like this is a chop I love. It's not, there's something not hopeful about it at the same time. Yeah, bro. I'm not a hopeful sample. I'm not a happy sample guy for sure. So maybe that's just a me thing, you know what I mean? Yeah, I want something that feels cold and bleak. I want something that's gonna have you thinking about how hard life is, not something that's making you think about the good times necessarily. So that's totally a me thing, not a him thing by any means. That said, if you are here in the chat and you like that one, make sure you go tap in, bro, at Zeke Zam on Instagram. I like the name. Zeke Zam is very catchy. It's very memorable. It's a little hopeful even in its name, bro. Which one? That one I was just playing? That was me, Dev. You can have it if you want. Yeah. You could have this one, bro. It's just sitting in my hard drive. I'm not doing shit with this. This is one of mine. I do like this one. This is what the verses sound like. Well, I'll text it to you. Or I'll, whatever it is, I'll send it to you in some way, shape, or form. This is my favorite part. I just wanted to add more variation to the actual vocal chop. Bro, DM me that email. Don't put that in the... That's crazy you put it in the chat. I got a lot of these I'm just sitting on, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, I love production. Like, yeah, let's see. This one's another one I really like. Bleak. Dark, cold. Nah, this is actually one of my favorites. I haven't made beats in a minute. These are from back in like 23, 24, which is crazy to think about in retrospect. This one needs work on the mix for sure, but I don't know, man. I got beats I've been sitting on for years that I'm just not doing anything with. You know what I'm talking about? It's just, they get made, they sit there. Then I'll make some shit like this, which is filled with whimsy. Okay, it's not all bleak. It's not all bleak. I don't even like this one. I do cook for the love of the game. That's it now at this point. I got some shit like this too. I actually did like a whole electronic album that's just sitting there. Bro, I just be making music to make music at this point. This one goes crazy actually though. I just be doing shit, guys. Side quests. Hella side quests. You make the happiest translucent. No, it's a fact. It's a fact. It's a fact, bro. I got all kinds of shit I've just been sitting on. Yeah. This one, I like this one. Drums are a bit loud, but I really do make anything I feel like making. I think that was the thing. That was a big turning point for me as a producer too. Is like I stopped making shit trying to chase a placement. It was just like, yo, I'm gonna just make whatever the fuck I feel like in the moment. So I'll get a lot of these like weird things where it's like I don't even know what genre this is necessarily. I gotta get back on my shit, to be honest. Maybe I'll cook up this weekend. We got this type of shit. I made a dancehall beat one time. Actually, I think this dancehall beat was probably one of my favorite beats I ever made, like on live stream was this dancehall beat. Cause just, I love dancehall. And it just felt like something that a Movado would be on immediately. Sorry, we'll play this last song by Dev Mac in a second and then pick the winner of the cash prize. I'm fucking around now. It's those stabs though. You guys hear it? I hear it. I hear it. Anyway. Enough of mine. Let's get back to yours. Dev Mac, something new. And then we're gonna pick this winner of the cash prize, man. It's gonna be a tough one today. All right. I love Dev Mac. It's rare I'm not a fan of a Dev Mac song. They tend to be really hard.
Yeah.
Let's see what's good.
Yeah. I heard this beat on B-Star, thought I should try. Then I thought I would cry. Shit, thought about my friends.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Thought about the sad ones that did some. Yeah, like make a man out me. Shit, even made a stand out me. Yeah, people always stood on me, handouts.
Master on this is a bit quiet, but it's rough, so I'm not gonna judge it too harshly.
Holding them up, yeah, showing them up, you know, showing them stuff. Yeah, off the top of the dome, I'm roaming and such. All in my head, all in my bed when I'm sleeping alone. Niggas don't know what I've been through or the things that I'm going.
Man, I gotta say though, Dev, I'm always impressed, bro. It is cold. It is cold. P Cash, we're done with submissions for tonight, but you can submit for Monday's stream, and the skip queue still counts for Monday as well. So if you want to get ahead of the game and be first on Monday, you can.
Never offer any help. Got me thinking to myself, what you want from a nigga when he finds something new? I was back on the blue. Niggas trying to see me. I was trying to understand.
That's what I was waiting for. I could see it in the waveform.
I was packing out the school, nigga. I was out here trying to act a fool. Niggas bout some. I ain't even know what I should do.
Bro, you make some crazy shit, man. I say this all the time.
Try me back in school, bitches up. Now it's stuck or some niggas think it's up or something. I was roughened up, but niggas thought I'm rough or nothing.
Dev Mac, 3 C's. It's tough, bro.
We should double up on something. I ain't even know. Friends wasn't rough enough. Pimping out my dogs. Are you tripping? Call the uppercut. Niggas better toughen up. I be on that paper like shit. Okay, niggas should have seen me back when I ain't had that faith in me. I was picking paper up cause I knew they wouldn't pay for me. I was paving my own way cause they
It's just the mix and the master, you know what I mean? It's like I want to hear these vocals cut through more. I want to feel this shit knock a little bit more than it does right now. But this is rough, so sub feels maybe a little overpowering in comparison to where the vocals sit right now.
And I ain't had that many friends around where I live. They ain't know what all I had, but I ain't had that much to give. I was chasing all those.
All right, guys, this is going to be a hard pick today. I think I know which one I'm giving it to. Because it's probably the most standout song of the stream tonight. There was quite a few that stood out. It's a hard pick between two for me right now. TJ, what's up? DJ Dollar Menu was definitely in the top two for me. That Effie Nicki one was the other one that really stands out, but I think the Effie Nicki one just edges the win. Purely because I think the arrangement and the build and all the things we talked about specifically around arrangement today, it probably just takes it. It's so close though, I swear. If this Effie Nicki one hadn't played today, DJ Dollar Menu, it would have been you. But this Effie Nicki one, there was something about it that really took me by surprise. So I gotta do it. This song is Something New by DevMac. It's not out yet, but you can follow DevMac at DEVMACCC on Instagram. Yeah, sorry, Dollar Menu. That's not to say that I didn't love your song, because I did. I'm a playlist. I'm gonna support that shit. When we recap the songs we found on stream that I really loved, it's probably going in there. But yeah, this Effie Nicki one for me, it really took me by surprise. I didn't expect it. And I think a lot of the things we talk about, specifically around arrangement and building and creating a listening experience, it did those things. And so for that reason, that's the one that takes it for me tonight. We're going to spin that wheel in a second and see what we get. But man, Dev, this one is an experience as well, bro. Coming back to it, I think if the mix master on this was a little bit more polished, this would have been a strong contender for me as well. I think this would have been top 3. Look, I gotta say this every single week, every stream, it's really difficult. If I say that you are close to winning this, please submit again. Please send me more music in the future, because I think it's very likely that even if it's not today, there's a strong chance you might get something in another stream later on. Look, we're gonna spin it right now. So as you can see on this tiny wheel, if you can see it, prizes range anywhere from getting a super skip, which is of $10 value, a throne spot, which is of $25 value on the stream, which would mean that you get higher placement in another stream or first placement in another stream. And then from a cash perspective, we've got anything from on the bottom end, $25 all the way up to $1,000 on the high end. So we're going to spin this wheel right now. It's going to tell us how much you get. But congratulations to Effie Nicki. You are the winner of the Golden Buzzer today. Shout out to Nero for giving us this opportunity as well to give something back to the community members who are in here, spending money, putting songs in. Oh, this time it is a throne. So you'll be able to get Golden Buzzer in another stream. It's of $25 value, so you will get to be first or top of the queue whenever you come back and send another song in, and you won't have to pay for it, which is a beautiful thing too. So you get to take that whenever you use it next. That's just going to be sitting there waiting for you on your Nero thing. We've been giving out a couple $100 prizes so far, but in this case, you are going to get a top spot on whatever stream that you submit for next for free. So that's beautiful. No problem. Seriously, I had such a great time listening to these songs today. You guys are really amazing. And I say this every time we do a stream. I'm really blown away by the amount of talent that's out there in the independent and rising artist space. That is why we do this. This is why I like to do this every single week and listen to and find your music. I've loved a lot of these songs that we've listened to tonight, and it is always really, really difficult for me to pick. So I appreciate you guys having patience with me, sitting here, listening to music with me, giving feedback as well. We're back on Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. If we did not get to you today, make sure you resubmit. Submissions are already open for Monday's stream. We'll be back on Monday. I'm also going to be updating our new Music Who This playlist this weekend, so if you have a new drop that just came out, make sure you go put it in the release calendar. It's free for you to submit there as well. I always check that first. I'm putting a link in the Twitch and the YouTube chats, all right? Nah, you don't even have to give me a shout out. I actually love doing this. This is a great way for me to connect with you guys and also train my ear as well. This has made me so much better at my job over the last like 4 years of doing this. I've signed artists from the stream. I've gotten to work with artists and help them figure things out, and truthfully, I don't have a job without you guys, so I appreciate it. Have a great weekend. Be safe. I'll see you soon. Peace.
Late nights all alone, I hate recording, turn to a fiend.
Babe, you've been good this year, I have to say. So I might fly you down to Santa Fe. Unwind while we listen to Sade. Baby, oh baby, baby. Oh, you've been good this year, I have to say. So I might fly you down to Santa Fe. Unwind while we listen to Sade. Baby, oh baby.
Evening, Los Angeles. It's your boy DJ Weezy with Cool FM, giving you them smooth jams and keeping it cool all
Well, we got a brand new one here for you called Butter Leather. Check it out.
Look, burn the sage, open the windows when that shit ablaze. Before I start the job, I told them I'm gonna need a raise. Higher the stakes, the higher the rate, no points to shave. I ain't too high, my eyes still wide behind these Gaultiers. Cause see, they plot a mile away, but no sir, not today. The suit's gon' funk you with that pen if you don't pump your brakes. I'm at the crib, still in my drawers, I'm probably gon' be late. Grab 2 nugs right out the jar and roll one more, what can I say? I'm about my business above everything. If you ain't the family, God my witness, I can't help you, man. Niggas scared to risk it, but I think that shit is very lame. I can't be no trick, but baby, promise I can show you things. 2 elbows that's vacuum sealed and t-shirts wrapped in cellophane. Fit them all inside a box and ship it to her, what's her name? Strictly fish my diet, man, your boy can't even go to Cane's. But I'm by my chicken like the Colonel was my uncle name. You did.